Welcome back to Whose Line Is It? And no,
Basically, what these sessions amount to.
Psych.
Sweet, we got
Bitch, you
sponsors.
thought it was whose line is it anyway? We don't have that kind of funding. What do you think?
Brian Stiles would never return my call. Okay, so the last thing that you guys remember was you had just defeated Raphael the Paladin. You guys had faded to black and woke up in Darksis's basement, or wherever you entered the cave, or wherever you entered the labyrinth prior. And Bubba had died tragically. And as you guys were blacking out, as your heads were hitting the very hard stone floor, you did see Bubba's soul start to lift from his body and go into the river of souls. So what did you like to do?
Cry.
What's in my
Cry
basement?
immensely.
Nothing. It's just
Okay.
mostly storage for like the blacksmithery.
Where's my sister?
In Tex's arms.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
I'd like to go.
Where you told him to put her?
Yeah.
I'd like to remind you.
Yes, I do remember that. I would like to.
Tex wakes up, looks down, like, looks at Darksis, walking. Oh shit! Fuck shit!
Does that count as?
What?
Does that count as a rest?
No.
Okay. I'd like to go pick up my sister and like ask her how she's doing and see if she's okay.
She says she looks very dazed and confused as you pick her up out of Tex's arms. They were both on the floor. Everyone was on the floor, but he was carrying her, so he kind of actually just broke her fall when you guys passed out. And you see she kind of puts her hand to her head and she says, "I don't know what happened, Darksis. I had been singing on my travels to the market by the gardens, and I was taken by these horrible vines that were alive into this scratchy brush, and then next thing I know, I woke up looking at you," and she looks down at the black wedding dress that she's in. She goes, "What the hell am I wearing?"
Can we figure that out after you've stepped off of my chest?
Oh, I'm so sorry. The ground here is sodden, so I thought you were just squishy ground.
It's all me.
You look harder than you feel.
Ooh. That's gonna leave an indent.
Gonna need a potion of healing for that one.
And she looks around. She goes, "Darksis, where's Mom?"
I haven't seen her, have I?
No.
Okay. I don't know. Let's go upstairs. Let's lead her up the stairs out of the basement.
Her stiletto was digging right into my sternum.
Yeah, medieval times, stilettos, you know.
Already making up fantasies about my sister, huh?
The stilettos and the fishnet stockings. I mean, really. So you go up and you see that it is currently nighttime. You see your mother kind of hunched over on her workbench, a candle that is almost to the very bottom, like it's been lit for hours, has been burning there. You see that she's fast asleep as you enter up into your blacksmith / home.
Okay. Is there a? I'd like to take Jolis to a bedroom so she can rest.
Yeah, you take Jolis to her bedroom and lay her down.
Okay. And then I will go out and I will wake up my mother and tell her that I have found Jolis.
Oh, by the way, you're still carrying the helmed head of Raphael, just so you know.
Oh, I figured that was like in my backpack or something.
Oh, well, if you wanted to put it in your pack, you can absolutely do that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so your mother wakes up, she goes, "Oh, Darksis, you're back. Oh, where's Jojo?
She's in her room, Mother.
Oh, my baby." You see she starts to get up and head towards the bedroom.
I will casually follow her.
You see that she opens the door, and like a very cautious mother who's like just had their first child, she like stands there for a moment peering in until she starts to see that your sister's chest begins to rise and fall and rise and fall, and you see that she herself takes a breath and starts to feel better.
Okay. And I would like to give my mother a hug. And don't worry, Mother. It's okay. The man who has taken her is no longer a problem.
You see that she kind of collapses, and your mother is not like a very sensitive or emotional person, but you can feel her like trembling, like just so much has happened over the past 24 hours. She's truly in shock.
Can I lead her to like her room?
Yeah, put the bitches to bed and let's go, bros. Yeah, you lead her to her bed, and the girls are put down for the night.
Okay. So they're both asleep. I guess Tex and Wind are Gust are still in the basement.
Yeah, no.
I'm assuming y'all were kind of down there. What do you guys do in Darksis's basement for a while?
Yes.
Tex checks out the ability to make a man cave out of said basement. It's like,
You do find a really nice place where you could like put a poker table and like a mini bar. Like you really think that you could like if things between you and JoJo work out, like this would be a pretty stellar space.
Ah.
thinking, just thinking all of this internally, not out loud, for just for the listening ears that may be here. Wait. And then Tex is gonna look at Gus. I noticed you were using my voice. I've never been more proud.
Never been more proud.
Pats Gus on the back.
So the last time that you guys were in that cathedral, two things happened. Raphael died, but also Gus, you had a moment with your monk master Otaku. He told you that that the temple that you were a part of was raided, and that essentially a very powerful relic or artifact was stolen from the temple that has the power to like dispel legions of celestials and fiends. And so he has sent you to the one place you probably don't want to go.
So I actually meant to ask, did anyone else see that, or was that just Gus?
That's just you.
Okay, well then, utilizing my awesome mimicry ability, I would like to basically repeat word for word what.
Like you just open your mouth and like a boombox Master Otaku's words come out.
Yes.
Tex jumps back like, ah!
Ah, Gust, it's been so long. Starts out.
Tex is just looking on in horror, like, what the fuck?
Tex, you're looking on in horror, and then there is a word that makes you jump a little bit. The word Magra. That is your hometown. You also hear malum animus. So there's like a couple of words that would jump out at you actually. You basically are hearing that the relic that Gus Master has sent you for is at the Malum Animus headquarters in your hometown of Magra.
Tex's face goes from horror to That's fear, but not in like a oh shit. I'm shaking in my baby seal leather boots way. It's more of a I I'm afraid of what's going to happen if I go back there. Less haunted house, more consequences fear.
So the scene ends and Gus's beak shuts closed. The boombox has been turned off. And you see your friend Tex looking absolutely horrified.
Just relaying information, damn it. We need to go there.
Am I down here for this?
No, you're upstairs,
Okay.
unless you want to start trotting downstairs.
Yes,
I
what are
probably would have.
Okay, so you see Darksis start stepping down the stairs with his heavy armored foot.
Feet?
Feet. Heavy armored feet.
well, one of those
Tex,
feet just straight up is heavy armor, so
Yo.
Tex
I
is
just
Tex is gonna whisper to Gus. We'll talk more about this later, even though it's really going to be me talking to you.
I like to think that he just pulls it aside and be like, I'll talk about this later.
um so walk down the stairs and be like, "Hey guys, all right, so put everybody to bed. We are okay, and I would like to take the head out of my bag.
It's dripping.
It's dripping. That's fine.
Mm.
And I would like
Gross.
to toss it to Tex.
Ah,
Hey Tex,
why?
remember what happened to the last man that messed with my sister?
Is this a challenge?
I'll cut them both off.
that's worse.
Huh?
I love how that's worse than being beheaded.
Yeah, right?
I'd
Wait, what
rather
was that? I didn't hear it.
I'd rather lose my balls than my head, just saying.
Hmm.
No, he said he'd cut them both off.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's both
Oh.
heads.
Oh. I didn't get
Well,
that.
I wouldn't be alive to use the second one if you cut
Oh,
off the
but you'd
first
be
one.
alive to feel it, my friend.
Still wouldn't be alive to use it. He rubs his chin and then smirks at Darksis like, you know, I wouldn't make a move without your go ahead. Not without your blessing.
Very well. So I feel like I walked into something down here. Is everything all right?
No, it's fine. We're just going to a different city, different town. Should probably get some rest before we head out.
How big is my house?
Text.
Not big. You are pretty poor.
Fair.
Not big. You're pretty fucking broke, my guy.
I mean, Daddy ran away, and then you ran away, which left the two women to fend for themselves, which hasn't been great thus far. But you know what? You're doing. Your mom is doing her best as a single mom. There are like cots and blankets that you guys can, or bedrolls that you guys can use. You guys can either sleep in the basement or upstairs in the blacksmithery.
I wouldn't advise sleeping on the forge. It leads to bad things. And I point to like my leg.
I don't think any of us were going to sleep on the forge.
Just in case.
By the way,
yeah.
Doxus, this is a blacksmith, right?
Yeah.
How much? What exactly would 90 gold get me? I am saying this to make them notably less broke.
I love how he is holding a bloody, decapitated head and asking you, how much would 90 gold get me? There's never been like a more rogue moment in my life.
Still dripping. Gross.
I mean, what did you have in mind? We can go upstairs and take a look at some of the things that have been made over the years. It's not much, but there's something. You see Dark's just like noticeably sad.
Puts the disgusting head back into his arms and pats him on the shoulder. It'll be fine, bud.
Thanks, Tex.
We'll go over this tomorrow.
Okay.
So, are you guys gonna head down for the night and take a long rest?
I would hope so.
Okay.
That's
I
my
don't think we've actually taken a long rest.
I don't think we have either.
Like aside from like when we leveled up and that accidentally brought our health all the way up.
Okay, you guys can take your long rest then.
Yeah. And when I wake up,
Yeah.
sorry. Yes, I'm going to use repulsion shield to enhance my shield and remove the current infusion on it.
Okay.
Ba-ba.
I don't know what that does, so you didn't have to tell me that, but I believe you.
I just want to make it known that I'm doing it lets me use a bonus action or reaction to push somebody 15 feet away from you when they attack me.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
And then
Go ahead.
I'm going to put my +1 back on my armor since Bubba's rapier is no longer relevant in my life.
Okay. Is there anything else? So you, as you are getting up and kind of like working on your gear, you hear like the clinking of like pots and pans upstairs. You see, as you guys kind of come up the stairs, you see Darksis's mom cooking up like scrambled eggs and sausages, and like she's like, toasting some brioche in the fireplace and like really like making a homey meal for you guys. And then you also see Darksis's sister, Jolis, in much more common clothes now. Her face is kind of beat up, like it looks all kind of like scratched up as she was like kind of dragged through the forest or through the labyrinth. But like she herself seems to not remember anything, so she's actually okay.
Ah, damn it! I didn't get anything from that goddamn chimera before we left.
There was a chimera?
There was.
Did you slay the chimera?
Did.
Wow, you're so strong.
Oh wait,
like-
you're talking as Dark Sisters. I was talking out of character. I was like, I
like
was
eyeball
genuinely like,
Tex. Like hardcore.
I genuinely was like
You see
explaining
that as
out
Tex
of
is like
character.
stuttering. You see that as Tex is stuttering, being like, "No, like Darksis's mom slaps down the brioche bread that she was toasting. You guys sit down for a nice meal. Darksis's mom starts to do the dishes, and she's saying, "And where are you off to next?"
The town call. I can't remember shit.
Magra.
Off to Magra. Also, madam, do you know of? I really want another dagger, but I don't know if a dagger is worth 90 gold. It isn't worth 90 gold. I know this.
Dagger is only worth like
Like, it,
5 or
it's not
10
worth
at that.
90 gold. I know
No,
that.
they're not. They're not
It's like, I want an expensive ass dagger.
So you see, like, how are you approaching her? Like, how are you going about this?
While she's washing dishes, Tex is going to put his arms behind his back and lean next to her and say, madam, you wouldn't happen to have some very expensive daggers, 90 gold worth, approximately.
I'm gonna spend all your money on this dagger.
I'm not gonna get anything better.
You see that she eyes you, and she kind of looks you up and down. And she is like a pretty intimidating woman. Like you, like, like as far as moms go, she's the kind of mom that you wouldn't fuck with. Like you wouldn't like. Just Darksis has been hit with a spoon a few times. Let's put it that way. And
Sure, Tex
Dumb
has.
things.
and so she's kind of like she doesn't really trust you super much. But then she looks over at Darksis and everyone else who's kind of at the table, and she loosens up a bit. Her physical posture loosens up a bit. And she says, "Now 90 gold is a fair price for something much greater than a dagger. So what's the catch here?"
I have a striking feeling that I'm about to get into something that I would much rather not. And I'm probably going to see a very memorable face, and I would like to live long enough to see that face if it's still there. So,
Are you saying that out loud?
yes.
Okay. She says, "I'm not going to hurt you. I'm just curious as to why you're
No,
trying
no.
I mean, unless you've done something to deserve. Has she turns to Dark, says, "Has this boy hurt you?"
I'm gonna kind of do a not yet kind of face and like my hands up in like a posture.
Tex does an offended gesture, like, "Oh, I would never hurt my friends."
I have
On
something
purpose?
special for you. I'm not going to take 90 gold for it, but I will take 50 gold for it. She walks over into her bedroom. You hear her rustling around in some drawers. She pulls out a wooden box that has the symbol of the old kingdom on there. She takes out that box and places it onto the table. Darksis, this was your father's military box. You see that she opens up the box. She takes out a silver dagger that has an amulet at the end of it, and it is like an amulet of the old gods. And she hands that over to you. It is a +1 magical dagger that is silvered.
It's my father's dagger.
Yeah,
right?
It's your dad's dagger that she just gave to your best friend.
Pressure is on, boys. The pressure is on.
You also see that she's fumbling around with some other things that are in the box, and she takes out this cloth piece, and it's so small that you don't even really see what it is when she holds it in her hand. But she goes over to Darksis and she looks at you in your eyes and she says, "I think it's about time that you had this." And she hands you this small patch. It used to be your father's military patch. And a small medal hangs from it. It is a medal of like someone who has died in action.
Oh, I will take it and look it over. And I think Darksis is going to take the medal and go to the room.
Go to your room, your own room?
Yeah.
Okay.
And just spend a little bit of time looking over it and examining it and reminiscing.
Okay.
Maybe crying.
So you all take your time kind of getting ready for the morning. Darksis's mom does insist that you use the rest of the gold for your travels to Magra because you're going to need it. And she kind of books a carriage for you to Magra. And she asks where you would like to be dropped off. Would you like to be dropped off at the south of the city or the north of the city?
Where is my house closer to?
Your house is closer to the north of the city.
So south.
Okay. So do you guys kind of head off from there?
Actually, I would like to first question about getting a long sword. Because right now I have
Yeah,
a
sure.
short sword. I would like a long sword.
You can buy it for PHB value.
I I will totally do that.
Okay. Is there anything anyone else would like to do prior to leaving?
You said my
Cool.
sister doesn't seem to remember anything, right?
No, she doesn't seem to remember anything other than walking to the market, and she was taken. She doesn't remember anything until she woke up looking at you.
Cool. So we'll just leave those repressed memories down there, and yeah, I guess I'm good to leave.
Yeah, sounds great. So you guys hop into the carriage, and as the carriage is about to take off, Darxus's sister runs out. And she is holding two handkerchiefs. She hands one to Darxus and says, "Keep this so that you always have a piece of me with you, and that you remember that you're not as smart as you think you are." And she hands you the little handkerchief, and then she says to Tex, she hands Tex the other one, and she says, "For the next beast you slay."
Keep that in
Um,
mind.
and then you guys take off. The travel itself is several days, but you are all you're in a carriage, so you don't encounter anything. Uh, and then I'm going to give some information about Magra that some of you would have already known, and I'm assuming that those of you who do not would have told, or listened to. So, Magra is a medium sized city that is surrounded by dense forest and filled with large, ancient trees not too far from the northern shore, near the Sea of Sirens. The forest has given its residents reliable access to crafting materials, and such is home to many wood artisans, including luthiers, toy makers, and carpenters. This has attracted other crafters, including jewelers, clothiers, and paper makers, and Magra has a vibrant outdoor market that remains functioning year round despite the frequent drizzle. Magra is a very old city, yet there is something very haunted about it, resulting in a darkly beautiful place. Its many buildings are tall, with towers that taper into sharp points, capped with spires that protrude upward into the billowing clouds above. Your horse-drawn carriage deposits you at the south gate. Tall stone walls surround the perimeter of the city. The faint sound of axes hitting wood can be heard through the city walls. Guards dressed in black and high-necked coats with silver buttons peer over a parapet, crossbows readied as people mill in and out of the entrance. You step through the open gates and into a wide street paved with cobblestone. It's raining and the cobblestone is slick underfoot. Lining this thoroughfare are merchant tables set up under red tents. Each tent sports a lantern that illuminates the merchant's wares. The aroma of warm pastries, cooked meats, and hot wine permeates the atmosphere, mingling with the scent of petticore. And you guys are now in Magra.
Yeah.
Does uh, Valentine have anything like this at all, or am I just like fucking flabbergasted at the crazy stuff going on here with the buildings?
Um, this is much bigger than St. Valentine ever was. Like you're from like a small farm town. Um, like this is like a much larger city. Like this is like it would be like growing up in Oklahoma and then going to like New York. Like
Yeah, so Darks is going to be doing that thing where he's like looking up at all the buildings and like spinning in circles, just like
Tex is gonna
exploring.
Tex is gonna take a deep breath. Ah, still smells dirty. Dirty
Gus,
money, dirty people, shit
Gus is
people who smell like shit all over. Ah, smells like home.
Gus is gonna do his best to pull his hood down over his face to try to keep somewhat of an incognito mode.
Do
Tex
I do I
is
have go in?
Tex, I was just gonna say Tex is going to make a stealth check to not be like, in the shadows, but like more,
Hiding in plain sight.
yeah, every like
Do you want to
every
make me
once
a
in a while.
stealth check too, Gust?
I'm gonna fail miserably at it, but sure. Oh wait, hey, I have proficiency in stealth. Never mind.
Yeah. So you guys, Darksis is just looking around like a tourist, like, wow, New York City. And then you guys are kind of just like, you're from New York, you know the grit. Like, you know what I mean? You put your heads up and keep your eyes down. So you do remember, as you guys are kind of walking through these streets, Gus, that your master Otaku told you that the relic that you're looking for is at Malum Animus headquarters here. You don't know anything about the Malum Animus, so you actually don't know where that is.
Preface that before we left, Tex did say thank you to Darksis's mom, and almost cried at the breakfast because he hasn't had a home cooked meal in forever.
Let's see. Since we don't know where it is,
So you don't, but
I
Tex
don't.
does.
Tex does.
Yeah. Tex, you would have heard that that whole spiel boombox that Gus did, and you
Hmm.
would know that the headquarters is a little bar on the wrong side of Magra called the Tipsy Bluff.
Tex looks back at Gus, and says, "How important is this to you?"
Um, Gus looks at him and goes, "Important." Same seriousness that Tex just used back at him.
Takes a deep breath and sighs. Ah, you're really lucky I consider you one of my best friends. And starts leading to the wrong side of town.
Okay. So you start heading towards the Tipsy Bluff, and it's on the other side of the river. So there's a river that flows through the middle of the town. Well, slightly off center of the middle. But when you get there, you guys are kind of casing out the joint from afar. You guys see that it's a 2-story building that is literally being held up by leaning boards and rope. Tex, you would know that the inside is much better. The air is full of thick smoke as people drink, play darts and cards, pick up other people to take home. The place where higher ups would be, the back door business, takes part upstairs. The bar itself is just a front. And you know that the leader of the local institution is known only as Big Blind Beau, and he has a lackey named Pocket Pear Perry. These would be the guys who would also happen to have a hit on you.
Do I have like my wheelchair or crutches with me?
If you want.
Okay, I'm gonna drop my power armor.
Okay. So you see Darksis in the corner getting real weak.
Don't worry, lad, I got you. Wait, is it crutches or wheelchair?
Well, my wheelchair broke last I checked. I don't know if I ever fixed it.
You did fix it.
Okay, so then I'm in my wheelchair.
Don't
Okay.
worry. I'll push you.
Get the fuck away from me. I've been in this chair for years. I will be fine.
So I don't know if you guys can or want to put your tokens on the map.
Right by the entrance, I would assume.
Yeah, that would be probably for the best. You guys probably wouldn't be that close, but let's say you're just putting your tokens down, so that's fine.
Ooh.
Okay. God, I wish I had magic to use disguise self, but no. No. All right. Just so before I say this before we go in, Tex says this before we go in. Just so you both know, I have an immense hit put out on my head for reasons, and two people in there are probably gonna want that. So be careful. And he puts his hood up.
So as you're putting your hood up, and you guys are probably closer to like, I assume you guys are kind of like over here, just kind of like off to the side. You do see someone that you are very familiar with walk out the door. He's not looking at you. He's not even paying attention. He seems kind of, it's like a lanky half elf warlock. You know this guy as Small Straight Stoli. He is someone who the Malum Animus has always kind of like picked on for being like smaller, and not very like these are like barroom dudes. Like they're not going to take kindly to like wimpy people. And this guy was kind of known as like a wimpy person. And he starts walking out, and he looks very flustered as he starts walking away.
Tex, the good part of Tex that his mother raised says you should probably reach out to him. Try to make him feel better. Use them for gain.
That's a good part.
But the part of Tex that knows people affiliated with this particular group knows that he would probably use Tex's hit on his head as leeway to make him seem tougher as well. So, all right, lads, you ready?
Let's go.
So you walk in, and the smoke-filled air hits your nostrils the second that you step through the door. Simultaneously, everyone at the bar looks up and immediately draws all of their weapons. Like even if you're covered text, like they know who you are. You spent all your like most of your childhood here.
Yeah. I just figured the scruffy face got disguised me a little bit.
I'm gonna.
Hey, lads, how have you been?
Can I yell? Whoa, guys! Just a guy in a wheelchair here. Come on, let's all. There's no need for this.
You see that there's a really like stocky looking dwarven man. You would know him as Tall Tell Trevor. He says, Tex, what are you doing around these parts?
Well, figured I had to say hello. Plus, the guy in the wheelchair said he really, really wanted to see the sights. And what better way to start off the tour than with the most infamous place in the city?
So you've been to your mom's bedroom, eh? And you see like
Wow.
I love this guy already.
Yes.
he starts nudging the half orc's ankles, I guess.
Yes, but honestly, my mother is nothing compared to what your mother does in the sheets every night.
You see that he walks up to you, and he kind of brings you close, and he goes, Tex, this is your one chance. Don't come in here. You will die.
Thank you for the heads up.
I suggest that you take whatever this tour of town is, and find a new town.
You know, what was his name? Tall Tell
Trevor.
Tall Tell Trevor.
He's the shortest man there is.
Yep. Tex looks down at him and says, Trevor, you were always a good friend, assumably, but
We barely know each other. I just don't want to have to kill you today.
how about this? I leave you my friends and I get the hell out.
Sounds like a deal. Fresh meat. And he winks at both Gus and Darksus.
And Tex says, enjoy yourselves, and we'll go out and start
You
sneaking
see
around the house. And start
that
sneaking around.
you see that as so Darksus and Gus, you guys are kind of there. Tex just left you, but you do see this redheaded woman come out as Tex is leaving, and she starts to head up the stairs.
Oh, more stairs.
So I would have winked at Darksis very subtly to let him know I'm not leaving you.
So Gus and Darksus, what would you like to do?
Am I about eye level with this dwarf since I'm sitting down?
You're probably still a little bit taller than him. But mostly eye level, yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look at him and go, so, what's wrong with Tex?
Ah, well, you see, he has something that doesn't belong to him.
Oh, very well. I'm not a fan of thieves either.
Ah, then you'll do fine around these parts. Welcome to Megra.
Thank you.
And you see he starts walking back towards his more bulky looking friend, and he pops a squat on the barrel.
I'm gonna roll over up to Gust. Dude, what the fuck just happened here?
You were asking the wrong bird, sir.
I like to think it's just what happened.
How many patrons are here? Like, is what we see what we got?
No. So these are so there you see there's these people, but there's also over here there's a group of ladies that are just kind of chit-chatting. Over here there's a couple of sailors that are kind of drinking and warming themselves by the fire after a long night or a long day on the sea. This is not like it's crowded, but like there's still empty seats open.
Okay. I would like to roll up to the bar.
Okay. You roll up to the bar and you see this really tall orc woman who has many, many piercings. She carries a huge great axe on her back. She looks at you and she says, "You old enough to drink?"
I'm not here for a drink. Do you have a wheelchair accessible way upstairs?
The upstairs is off limits.
Oh, well, uh, how how does it get on limits?
There's not a way to get it on limits. It's off limits for a reason.
Oh, very well. I apologize. I'm going to casually roll away.
Okay. Gus, so you like who specifically are you listening to?
uh, no one in particular. I'm walking around trying to listen in for any information that might help us find this magus animus, whatever it is.
The Malum Animus.
Thank you.
So you walk around and you do hear a story of Stoli, the guy who just walked out. You don't know who that is, but Tex does. You heard a story of Stoli being kicked out of the Malum Animus for being too weak. And for going on and on about these crazy dreams that he was having, and how the guy is just plain crazy. Kept rambling on about something called the Starlight.
Now that piques my interest. Alright. Hmm. I'm going to take Dirks's here, try to take him off to the side, and do my best to relay this information to him in my own mimicry way.
Mm. Tex, it's a big stone building, bud.
Yeah, I'm realizing this. I was hoping there would be like, I don't know, a back door.
So as you get to about here, which is, I'm assuming you're going around the whole building, you do see people that you recognize. This is the room that you would know is like the cards room. This is where you have spent most of your time in this building. So I'm not even gonna make you roll a stealth check because you know the corners of this place so fucking well. And so you look in and you see two of your old card buddies. It's an old goblin named Frightening Flush Fonzie and Short Stack Stickland, who is the woman who is sitting there. You see they're pretty animatedly playing cards with the dealer that's in there. They're playing blackjack.
I wish I had specified in my backstory that I had two friends so I could be like, yeah, I used my secret code, my secret best friend code. And I can't, because it's not there. And I can't pull all this shit from my ass.
Sure you can. You might not smell good, but you can do it.
Wow.
Sorry, that one got me. Okay, so you guys are sitting there. What else would you like to do?
Well, it is my opinion that we should find this guy that was part of the animus and see if we can convince him to help us. That's my personal opinion.
Tex, you see someone win big at a hand inside.
Perfect. A distraction. Tap, tap, tap.
Are you tapping on the window?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna go up and make stupid hand signals, hoping they know that it's me. Hoping
They're
that one
not.
of them looks
They're
over.
not even looking at you. Like they're so focused on their game.
Damn it, they're such good players, but such shit perceivers. Of course, I'm not one to talk. Tex looks at the handkerchief that he just got.
You see that it's embroidered, and it says JoJo on it.
I am not going to use that, and puts it in the furthest away pouch from the open. And keep this safe. Ah. Yeah.
Okay. So you continue walking, I'm assuming, and you come around to the front again.
Get their attention without drawing every fucking person's attention in that room.
I'm gonna say that Darksis and Gus probably were looking for you anyway. So you see Tex kind of frantically rounding the building, as you guys are just kind of standing there discussing things.
Okay. Well, I am actually going to step out of the building.
So as you go to step out of the building, you specifically see three people that start to come down the stairs. The first person is that redheaded girl that you saw go up the stairs before. The second is a man that only has one arm. He looks like he has been through some fights. He's following the girl. And the last person who comes down is a large, looming tiefling man. You see that they're all kind of talking, and as you guys are heading out, the tiefling man looks over his shoulder towards you. Tex, through the doorway, you see Big Blind Bo and his lackey Pocket Pear Perry. These are the people who have a hit on you.
Yes. So good to see all the lads back in place doing the same old thing. Like
I
no
need you all to
excitement.
roll initiative.
What?
Oh, they're
I
gonna
would have
attack the guy in
assumed.
the wheelchair. Motherfuckers.
I would have assumed that I wasn't like facing them. But just leaning against the wall. Like, oh, and there they are.
Big blind bow, pocket pear, Perry.
When you don't give me names, I make them ridiculous.
And we love
Appreciate
them.
you for them.
We love every single one.
Tex, that is your turn.
I'm just imagining some dude with a blindfold, but like when he doesn't have it on, nobody recognizes him. He's like a random guy, and then he puts the blindfold on. Harry.
So, you would know that Big Blind Bo got his name from blinding a one-eyed giant and then decapitating his head single-handedly.
Oh,
There's also a reason they call him Blind Bo, other than the fact that his eyesight is absolute shite. I bet it wasn't even you who saw me. It was fucking Perry. And as he says that, he's going to say to his friends, yeah, we should run, because they are definitely going to kill me and you by association.
problem with running.
Right. You said you had this. You've been in the wheelchair. I was willing to push you, but no. I don't need your help. Now you want my help, huh?
So how this is going to play out if your plan is all running? Is that your plan?
No.
No?
My plan is to try and like not get attacked.
Okay, Tex, what do you do with your turn?
Okay, then I'm gonna try to stealth my way out of this. It's been working for me so far.
You cannot stealth when someone is hardcore watching you. Like every eye on the place, Tex, is on you.
Going behind the door. And then I am going to just okay. I was here. 5, 10, 15, 30, 20, 25, 30. Gonna hide behind that corner.
So the white lines are the ones that matter, just so you know. Not the dark lines, like the actual cubes to where you snap to.
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to let you know that. I didn't know if you were counting wrong. Is that your turn?
I'm going to, because I'm gonna say it. I was hiding as my bonus action, and I'm going to ready an attack in case anybody tries to fucking charge at me from the side.
Okay. Darksis, that is your turn.
Are those ladies still in this room?
Yes.
Is there anybody in this room?
No.
I am going to like I assume I see them like coming towards like the door with their weapons drawn.
Oh yeah.
And it's just these three, right? It's not these two over here.
Oh no, it's those two as well.
Oh well, in that case, I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go out the door.
Okay. I'm assuming are you taking a normal movement or are you taking a dash action?
Would you rule that I have full movement speed in a wheelchair?
No, I would say you would have health. So if you want to move, like unless because you can't power armor on, right? That's a full action.
Yeah, that's an action.
So it's up to you how you want to handle this.
No, I'll dash.
Okay. So you move your normal movement speed. So is everyone's plan to run now?
So
yeah.
Okay. So how this is going to work? There's going to be a chase scene. You guys are going to have to this is a big city. You guys are going to have to make dexterity saving throws. And I'm going to roll a 1d4, and based on the d4 will be based on what's in front of you and what the DC is to maneuver through the streets. They will also be making these dexterity saving throws. I'm going to tell you right now, you guys are already having the advantage on this because they are all mostly in armor. So you will.
We have a wheelchair.
You have a wheelchair. It's pretty even right now. Jerry is the handicap.
Thanks.
So
A rogue and a monk will be fine. One guy in a wheelchair. Damn it.
So, out of idle curiosity, what would a strength score have to be for us to just pick up Darksis and run with him?
How much
Have
do
a
you weigh,
negative
Darksis?
1.
Well, I only have one leg. I weigh 180 pounds plus my 190 pounds of gear.
I have
Good
a
God,
negative
man.
1.
So 373 pounds total.
Good God, man.
You know who could carry you? Garrett.
Yeah.
So Darksis takes his turn dashing. That's going to be this guy's turn.
I was gonna say, I could probably pick you up and just run with you with my 45 movement speed, but if you weigh that much, I don't think Gus could possibly carry you.
Gus, I need a dex save. Or a dexterity, or an acrobatics check, if that's better for you.
Ooh.
Okay. You're lucky the first DC was 10.
We're screwed, guys. We're screwed.
They fail. Tex, I need a dex save. Or acrobatics, whatever works for you.
Bet.
Darksis, I need a dex save or acrobatics.
Is it actually like my turn?
Yes.
Okay, can I use my action to put my power armor on since we're running?
Yes.
Sweet, I'm gonna do that.
You see Darksis is powering up in the corner. So you guys all successfully make it past. So you guys are running down these streets. You see a group of small children that are playing in the streets. One of them loses their ball and it goes into the middle of the streets. You see that the kid starts going after his ball, and you guys all definitely jump around him as you guys are running down the street. I'm gonna need everyone to make me another acrobatics or dex save.
By the way, that 7 should have been my roll because I just realized I have heavy armor on, and that should have been disadvantage.
Oh, okay. So you only have half of your movement speed then. So what is your full movement speed, Darksis?
Right now, with the power armor, it's 35.
35. Okay. Without the power armor, what was it?
It was 30.
30, and that would have been halved.
With the wheelchair, 15, yeah.
Okay. What is your movement speed, Tex?
30.
30. And you, Gus?
45.
Okay. And I need another acrobatics from you, Darksis, or dexterity saving throw, whatever works better for you.
Okay, and this one is not with disadvantage because of the power armor.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Don't matter.
Oh, no.
Darksis immediately gets legs and then trips. So you see a elderly gentleman with a cart full of cabbages. He's like pushing his cabbages out.
My cabbage.
Yes!
He's gonna look at him like, oh shit, I remember you. You're the cabbage guy that used to sell on our block.
You see Tex literally jumps up into the air using the top of that guy's cart as like a trampoline to propel himself forward. You see Gus uses his feeling of the wind around him to deftly not hit the man. And then Darksus just crashes into this dude and his cabbages go everywhere. And he says, my cabbages!
God damn it.
Holy shit. That's
I'm going to
fucking great.
need an acrobatics or dex check, and this is the last one.
Oh my god!
No! Darkness!
I'm not used to having 2 legs. Sorry, guys.
So actually, Tex and Darksus, you like okay. So Darksus, these guys are like right on your tail. I'm sorry, but I can't let you get away with this. You see that big blind Beau snatches you by the back of the scruff of your neck as you're walking. He picks you up off the ground, and your legs are still kicking as though you're still running, but he's holding you there. And he says, this little fucker's the one that messed with my cousin who has the cabbages.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
And he says, so Tex and Gus, you guys are much farther ahead, but you do see him grab Darksus. Do you keep running or do you stop?
Tex would stop in his tracks.
You see big blind Beau holding Darksus, and he says, Tex, I don't want to kill you, but believe me, if you don't give me what's mine, you're leaving me no choice.
Are you saying you want to kill me or the guy you're holding? Because he's done nothing wrong, and that would definitely go against your code.
You
I
see
agree.
he barks out like that. His mouth is like spitting so hard because he's so angry. He goes, I will take down whatever is in my way.
It's just not fair. He's a paraplegic.
I'm about to make him more of one if you don't give me what's mine.
All right. Just so you know, an angel came to me and pointed at it. I just want to let you know that. Therefore, it might not work without me.
Well, we're sure about to find out, buddy, because this guy might not work without 2 legs.
He
I already
only
know
has one.
legs.
Jesus Christ, let him go and I'll come with you. God Christ almighty.
I don't want you. I want your shit. Hand it over. And you see that he's motioning for you to throw it to him.
What do I have that could be a fake? What do I have that could be a fake? Let's play this game and see what happens.
Die.
Wait,
I'm
what
in
are you
danger.
supposed to be giving him anyway? Like, what is this object that he is asking for?
The amulet that the angel pointed to when it was in my pocket, so she pointed at my crotch.
I thought she just gave you a boner. I didn't know what was going on.
This is what I was telling Jerry. I was like, Tex's backstory has actually been slowly releasing over the entire campaign. He's just kept it to himself completely.
I have a lot of things that I could give him that would be a good replacement.
So this dude holding me, can I like lightning bolt him?
If you want to.
Based on that, I revise my decisions.
So it's an amulet. I'm wearing it on my neck right now.
You do see Darksus's father's very pretty dagger you just spent a lot of money on.
No, that is
I
a
agree.
family heirloom.
Yes,
I'm
it
just
is.
saying, it has an amulet at the end of it.
I'm just saying my lightning chest is pointed at you, Tex.
Yeah, but if I give him the amulet, he'll let you go, assumably.
Then give him the amulet. What
But
can
an
it be?
angel pointed at it.
Yes, an angel pointed at the amulet. Congratulations, you've had an experience. That's fantastic. Please get me down.
Okay. First, let the paraplegic go, and then I'll toss you the amulet. God damn.
So he is holding Darksis up in his right hand. He motions to Perry to hand him his sword. He takes his sword and holds
Don't.
it at Darksis's throat and says, "Give me my shit text, or I will kill this meaningless, worthless piece of shit here, and you will have one less cripple on your hand."
This is going to lower his head, walk up.
You do see the
Walk
man
up
in
to
the
him.
background picking up his cabbages, by the way.
As he should. He was a good man. He's going to walk up to him with the amulet in hand.
You see Perry comes forward to meet you a few paces before you get to Darksis.
Perry.
Also,
This is a man-to-man exchange. Move
where's
the hell out of my way.
where's he holding this sword?
To
On
your
your
neck?
Okay, so there's armor there.
What do you mean there's armor on your neck? It can't possibly be everywhere.
Yeah, the armor. Hold on.
Iron Man.
Yeah. Let's see. Attaches to you, cannot be removed against your will. It expands to cover your entire body, replaces any missing limbs and functioning identical to the body part, and it is skin tight.
Okay, that's fine. He's still gonna hold it to your throat because he doesn't think that you're a cripple, Gary.
I want to take the risk because I just had a very nice conversation with your mother. And that was not a euphemism.
Tex is hungry for some mommy love.
Apparently, something.
So Perry outreaches his hand. Do you give him the amulet?
Told Perry to move so I could give it to him myself.
Perry's gonna stand there. Like this is not Tex. If you make one more step, you can tell that Darksis is going to be hit by a lot of people.
So, out of idle curiosity, how far away am I?
You're the same. So you were where Tex was. So let me just do the math because you saved twice. So you would be 45.
You run correctly.
It would be you would be about math is hard, guys. 55 feet away from where Tex is.
Damn, just barely out of movement speed.
Although, with Step of the Wind,
True, with step of the wind.
Are you gonna give Perry the amulet or not, motherfucker?
Tex?
Going to let Darksis and give him the amulet.
Perry's hands close around the amulet. He puts it inside his little pouch. You see Big Bo throws Darksis down onto the ground, and he says, Big Bo looks at you and says, "If I were you, kid, I would get the fuck out of here."
And if I were you, Bo, I'd get some reading glasses. He turns around and walks away.
And everyone looks confused. They start heading back towards the tavern, and you are now amuletless.
I'm gonna walk up to Tex since he's right next to me and go, "What was that? And how important was it that we get it back?"
Remember that thing that the angel pointed at and said I should follow it? They took that. Like right now.
Oh wow, I
And
misunderstood that whole situation. Okay. So I'm just saying, I can they're walking away. I could probably shoot one of them in the back.
Be a good idea. They outnumber us by a lot, buddy. Don't worry.
Tex, you can assume though, in this moment, that you giving back that amulet and Big Bo walking away means that the hit is no longer on you.
Could assume that.
Could assume.
But Tex has become very attached to that amulet. in the past, how long has it been? Years? Months? I don't know. I don't remember what I put in my backstory.
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah. So
It's probably been about six months to a year.
no. He's become very attached to that amulet. It is the sole reason why he wasn't able to come in. So he'll be damned if he got punked out to give the amulet back because he didn't want his friend to die.
You guys are all gonna die because Tex has an ego.
I'm just saying, Tex. I think we can take it, bud.
Oh my god! Fucking
See,
kill
I'm
me.
not the only one.
For the record,
I just get up like a doll.
for the record, after Darksis got released, Gus walked up to Darksis, and I'm pretty sure we all know who I'm mimicking when I go, "You okay, buddy?"
What's an unarmed attack? Is it just a straight D20?
You can roll, but I'm gonna have Gus because he's expecting this. He's expecting to probably get hit by this.
Yeah, he probably is.
I'm gonna have him roll a dex check or an acrobatics check to get the fuck out of the way.
Fuck.
You see Darksis goes to backhand you and you just do that bird hopping thing where you just hop out of the way.
Birds.
Right, boys. We came here for Gus. I have a feeling that amulet is mixed up in the mess. So we're gonna get that thing back, and we're gonna get whatever Gus is looking for back. Just a gut feeling.
So, what's your plan?
Lady Luck tells me there's more to the pots. There's more ingredients in this pot than what's really showing. That metaphor did not make sense. I know.
I'm still gonna recommend that we find that one guy who walked out of the bar. He might be able to help us.
Stoli?
Yeah, that one.
If my enemy.
What are y'all doing? Need an answer.
I'm gonna try to find Stoli.
Okay. So you find Stoli at his home. He lives in a 1-bedroom. Well, it's not even a 1-bedroom. It's a studio apartment. Up in one of the spires. You climb up there and you knock on his door. He opens. He has like a yogurt stain on his like clothes. He opens the door. The last time you saw Stoli, he had like a wife. Like he had a home down on the by the Sirens Bluff. Like he was doing pretty well for himself, but he wasn't very well respected. And so you don't know what happened when since you left, but he's not the same man you saw before.
Stoli, you were such a fulfilled man. What happened?
Look at me. And he
Lad, I may be a player most of the time, but even I know I want to settle down. You had that. What happened?
You see that he was never, because he was so wimpy, allowed to wear like anything that would have associated him with the Malum Animus. You see now he's wearing like this leather vest that has like the Malum Animus like fucking signia on it. Jesus Christ, I can't talk.
It's all good.
He goes, I don't know what you're talking about. Ever since I ditched Margie, been the best fucking days of my life, bro. Like, come in. And he ushers you inside. You see that like this is legit a bachelor pad. Like everything that you were thinking about putting in Darksis's basement is actually like in this room. Like there's takeout containers from like taverns that are like thrown everywhere. The bed is a mess. There are clothes all over the floor. There's some sort of fluid stain on the wall near the bathroom. It doesn't, you can't really tell what kind of fluid it is. Like, there's
Tex
just like,
has a fucking epiphany. He says, "Oh my god, I almost turned into this. I was this. Oh my god."
He says, "What are you doing here? Isn't like Big Bo looking for you? Aren't you
Oh
like a
no.
dead man?"
Big Bo stole the amulet when he threatened my friend's life, and the one who's in the full metal suit of armor. Yeah, say hi, Duxes. Um,
Hi.
I
yeah,
picture him going, "Hi, Darkses."
yeah. Um, he threatened his life, so I definitely didn't have a choice. Then they threw him. Rude. So now we're thinking of a way to well, I think I want my name back on the board.
Text what board?
You know what I mean, Stoli.
I don't though. You always think I do, but I never do.
Every time. First it was trying to get you into cards and fucking bull,
I got
and
into
you did
cards.
okay, but you didn't get into cards correctly. You lost every single hand the first time you played cards.
I'm sorry that I didn't have beginner's luck like some people, or that I didn't have cards literally up my sleeve. Do you see how little my arms are? And you see, like, kind of like,
So are you leaning into the fact that they call you wimpy, or are you going to come out of it and and try to better yourself for it?
there are things in life that are more important than brawn. Tex, you see that he looks down, he sees the bit of yogurt that's on his like shirt, he picks it up and starts with his finger and puts it into his mouth.
I've never been more disappointed to meet somebody who I looked up to in the past.
Never meet your heroes, guys.
Stoli. Okay. 2 questions. Do you or do you not want to get back at them? And B, I know we weren't that close, but have you checked up on my mother to see if she's okay?
You
Because I
see,
need.
when you say that, his face, like, he looks wildly uncomfortable. Like he looks like you hit a nerve there. And you see that he starts going, why would I check on your mother? Like, what what
Stoli?
like,
Stoli.
he said,
Stoli.
what?
Stoli.
Huh?
Shut the fuck up, Stoli.
You
You
see
see
he
Tex, you see Tex is like more rigid than he's ever been in the time you've known him before, because he's realizing what you all have to go through dealing with him. And he's like, God, I need to be a better man.
So you see that he goes, "Look, I gotta be straight with you. You know how I made that deal with that one bad guy a long time ago, gave me my magic powers?
Yeah.
He's been talking to me a lot lately, and he hasn't talked to
Okay.
me since I was 11. So it's kind of fucking weird."
I mean, the bird punches people, so. And I fought a 3-headed lion dragon thing the other day, so
Did you
nothing
win?
weirds me out. Yeah, I won.
Dude, bro, fucking great. You
Fucking calm down. It's not that big a deal.
So you see that he says, "Look, I dreamed of the northern forest with lanterns hanging from the tree branches, lighting my way to my patron. I left my journal open on that nightstand. You see the nightstand is literally like you see like cockroaches that are like, running across the top of it. The open journal that he has on there is like stained with a bunch of different fluids. And you see he goes, when I awoke, there was a map. And I don't know what it means or why. I just know that he's calling to me, and whatever the fuck Bo is doing, where whatever he is planning is like my patron is specifically reaching out to me asking me to stop him. So if you want to go and fuck these people up, my life is great. I don't need validation, but like I'll do it for you.
Stoli, I want you to be honest with me. You can be honest with me. No, it's
I'm
been
always honest.
you can it's I know it's been a while, but you can be honest with me.
Yeah. You know, I always pictured you
Are
like
you?
the sun.
Yeah, no.
No?
Are you happy right now? Genuinely. Look deep inside of yourself and ask, are you happy?
You see he closes his eyes. He takes a deep breath. Yeah, bro, I'm pretty fucking happy.
Okay, this is just his life now. I can't okay, that's fine. Anyway,
How
yeah,
much
no, I would
cannabis is in this guy's head right now?
How much what?
cannabis.
Cannabis? Oh.
Or heroin. One of the two.
So he takes the journal that he had on the end table. He brings it to the table where you guys are all now sitting, and he puts it down in front of you. And he's pointing and he's going, see, we just need to go here. We got to cut across here. But what you guys are seeing is that the map looks like ink swirls that rotate on the page. And he's explaining it, but as he's explaining it, these swirls are moving themselves. It looks like you guys wouldn't be able to read this.
First of all, that's pretty impressive. Second of all, I can't read shit on there. Third of all, he pulls Darksis aside and whispers into his ear, "You need to teach me how to be a better man."
Teach you how to be. Dude, I've got one leg.
What does that have to do
That
with teaching
doesn't
him how to
take
be a
away
better
from the
man?
fact that you are a better man.
I ran away from my family.
And I ran away from the only person who has ever loved me, my mother.
You see that as you say that, Stoli does that thing where he like grimaces and then starts taking a couple of steps backward. He reaches down and he takes up like what would have it's like a mug, like a pint for like beer, but he puts a spoon in it and you see that he's eating like curdled yogurt. Like
Oh,
Stoli, and
Holy.
he stole Tex smacks the cup out of his hand and
what
asks
that just got to
and
the right
and
genius.
and puts his hand on his shoulder, puts his hand on his shoulder and shakes him. What happened to my mother?
Uh, okay. Look, you know that after you left, that, you know, things got pretty scary for your mom. Uh, you know, Big Bo and Perry, they went to your house looking for you. And your mom was home, as she always is. She's a very kind woman. Um, but you know, I don't know what happened. I wasn't part of it. Didn't hear a thing. Swear. Do you know they don't talk to me? He's got his hands up in the air. He's just like, I haven't seen her since they went to go look for you.
Continue about this plan that we have, notably pushing down emotions,
Um,
choking.
so you see that he says, I don't know, man. It's my patron's a weird fucking guy. He keeps singing to me. Uh, and he says, you know, I don't really know what it means, but it's a pretty fucked up song that I've got stuck in my head 24/7.
Oh, sing it for me. I might know it.
So you see real off key, he starts singing. He's like, "Oh, winged beings, do you hear?" Like, like he's like, really, really into it. But the actual full poem, and I can copy and paste this for you guys, is, "Oh, winged beings, do you hear the voice of the forest, the trees that sing, where river rushes over where blue and green pour into spring. Awaiting you is ancient starlight, ever morning, ever night. O winged beings, what shades your eyes, a luminous ring or obsidian horns? I maintain my chimerian guise, my rose bloom among my thorns. For I care not about your making, your wings are helpless, mine for taking. O winged beings, come claim your gift, lost in the willow, maple, spruce, for only you can close the rift. An outstretched hand awaits your truce. But winged ones, be forewarned, a danger protects the thing you seek. For should my temple incur your scorn, a beast will rise with heads and teeth."
Pretty fucking metal.
Thank you.
God.
Well, I know where I'm going.
Away from that, I hope.
What are you talking about away
Towards it,
from that?
we run towards danger a lot, guys. I mean, Bubba just died the other day. We're still not working through that emotional trauma. My mother got kidnapped. You think I'm 100%? No, I'm a mess right now. Anyway,
He says, "I think that whatever Bo is planning, I know that it's tonight. I know that whatever he's planning is happening tonight. There's been a straight up kerfuffle, man. A kerfuffle over this shit for the past week."
say
Kerfuffle.
that with literally any other word besides kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
There's been a lot of talk around the tavern about like how like this big momentous thing is going to happen, and how like the Malum Animus is finally going to be have the respect they deserve. So I think that my patron is calling me into the forest.
Just need to get what the amulet, and what are you looking for, Gus?
What was it? The
It's
Twilight
called
Star?
the Starlight.
Starlight.
It is a staff that can compel either celestials or fiends, like entire legions of them. This could essentially put an end to the war.
I know exactly what
cause
Bo
one.
is. I know exactly what Bo is planning. He's planning to raise an army of fiends because that fucking bastard is a fiend. He's not a fiend by nature, but he's an asshole, and I hate him. And he threw Darksus.
Yeah, no, he's a straight up asshole. I agree.
Yeah, fucking shithead.
No, absolutely. But we should probably stop at the woodcutters camp before we head into the forest. They know the forest better than we do, and they might have some information.
Darksus, but Lexa, no. Lexa, no. No. Every time I see those lights light up, I panic for like a split second. Anyway, Darksus, no disrespect, but listen, man, I need to become a better man, and specifically for somebody who has caught my eye. Don't get angry. Don't get angry. I want to be better. Please. Let me prove that I can be worthy.
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to turn out like him.
Uh-huh.
Promise. I pledge my life on this because I know that if I fail, you'd kill me, and I'd
Maybe even if
commit Sudoku. But yes, after meeting who I used to look up to, I'm I'm definitely reevaluating my choices in life, and yeah, I don't want to be like this forever.
huh, yeah, maybe you should keep evaluating. Check out a few options. Yeah, maybe get into stock trading, lumber.
Speaking of lumber, we should probably go to the woodcutters camp.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
um, so, Tex, you
Yes.
know that the woodcutters camp is on the north side of town.
Mhm.
So you start. Are you all following? Is there anyone else anyone would like to do in Stoley's studio apartment? Would anyone like some curdled yogurt?
I would
Oh
not.
No, no,
No,
God.
please
not at
no.
all. If anything, Tex is going to try to stealthily clean it up as they're leaving. Like, mm-hmm.
Sorry. Of all the things I said, the curdled yogurt's what got you guys.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, that brought up memories.
oh God, Jerry. um, so you start walking, and you start walking through a quaint little neighborhood on the outskirts of the city. You see kids in the street. They're like huddling over the small circle of rocks. One kid throws some makeshift wooden jacks in the air, and all the boys start screaming in excitement as they fall to the ground. You hear the sounds of suburban homes as parents get ready for their dinner. Small shops are getting ready to close. The sun is starting to get lower in the sky as the afternoon goes on, as you notice a path wedged between two gardenia bushes in full bloom. Tex, this house seems very similar to you because this is where you spent your childhood. You have memories of swinging from the tire swing, playing guards and rogues. You were always a rogue and the hardest to catch. Coming home to a big bowl of hot jambalaya and a warm hug from your beautiful, kind, probably now heartbroken mother.
Tex, I'm the beat in character for this moment.
Okay.
Tex lets out a little tear and shakily says, "Come on, let's go." No, Alexa. No, no.
I can just imagine. I can just imagine Tex randomly just shouts that out of nowhere.
So you guys start to head towards the woodcutters camp and the tree line about a half mile out from the gate. Clustered near the walls of the city are these small wooden cottages where the woodcutters live. Coming from the east, a river runs parallel to the wall and curves heading north into the forest, and a sawmill has been constructed on the banks. There are several piles of logs near the wooden work tables. Many of the carpenters are taking a break, sipping from flasks or whittling. You see that Stoley starts to make his way up towards the woodcutters and says, I think we should ask for some advice on what to expect in the forest.
You know what to do. I'm assuming. God, I
Uh,
hope you know what to do.
it's a dream and a song that I have that's I'm going off of, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
Stoli, when I say you know what to do, I mean you know who to ask or what to ask or to just go up and ask someone. Not literally every step of the way. You know what to do. Are you
Right.
getting this?
Right. Yeah, no. Totally knew that's what you meant.
Okay.
I was testing you. Do you know what you're doing?
Stoli, I am working through emotional trauma right now. I'd prefer if you didn't try to question me right now. Otherwise, you might get smacked in the back of the head.
You see that he just shrugs and he's like, "All right, bro, sorry, yo, take a chill pill." So he goes up. You all go up to the woodcutter's camp, and you see him approach an older dwarven woman with curly red hair. He says, Drez, look, I'm going into the forest." And she looks him up and down and she goes, "I don't think that's a good idea."
And then Tex comes up behind him. I'm going with him. Don't worry.
Oh, Tex, it's been so long. Where have you been?
Around, had a hit. You know, one in my head because I won. Who would have thought?
Yeah, you always lose. Anyway.
Damn.
Last time I remember we played, you walked away with the whole hand, but that's besides the point.
I was just about to say, you best remember that you're wet behind the ears. And you see that she says, "So you're traveling into the forest. Tex, are you sure this is a good idea?"
They took the thing I took from them, and Stoli here says that they're planning something very, very bad. Like extremely bad. Like world-ending bad. So, yeah, I'm either gonna die trying or I'm gonna live to see the day.
Yeah.
So she hands you this key, the rune key. And that was the Starlight song. She's not giving you that. That's just for your own like notes. But she hands you that and she says, "Now the trees are marked with some runes left long ago by the races of dwarves who fled the mountains, but these will help you decipher any of the runes on them." And she says, "Keep an eye out for poisonous and dangerous mushrooms. There's a lot of those. The deeper you go,
I don't mess with mushrooms anymore. Not after that one bad trip. Jeez.
Yeah, your mother talked about that for years. Anyway,
wasn't a good look.
The deeper you go into the forest, the more common these mushrooms are. There are dangerous creatures that live in the forest, including feral were creatures and other demonic entities. The forest houses fey creatures, including fairy dragons, pixies, and dryads. These creatures are revered by the local community. Although the forest can be dangerous, not all creatures within the forest are harmful, and communing with the trees can reveal wondrous sights. When in doubt, follow the river to find your way out. And that's all the advice she has.
All right, I should have written all of that down, but
Do you
I
want
did
me to
not because
repeat
I'm
it?
an idiot.
Do you want me to repeat it?
I'm very bad at typing, but yes, I do.
So mushrooms be bad.
Mushrooms bad. I'm gonna put Mario bad. Okay.
Dangerous creatures live in the forest, but not all are dangerous.
Creatures,
but not all.
But capitalize but not all creatures.
The forest houses fae.
The forest has houses. I'm stupid. Houses fae. Try to autocorrect a fry. It's fine.
Communing with the trees can reveal wondrous sights.
Communing. I have hate my life.
Too bad none of us are druids.
Communing
or you didn't have a ranger in your party. Like this was written for a ranger or something.
Communing with you were gonna be here anyway.
And then the last one is when in doubt, follow the river to find your way out.
That's some good information.
River leads to safety.
We all heard this, right? Like we were all there?
Yeah, you all guys were all there. And she says, "Good luck. Try not to die."
is asking a lot, but thanks.
Anytime. And you see that Stoli takes out his stained journal and he holds it one way up in the air and then he flips it around the other way and kind of squints at it and he goes, "Yeah, no, it's definitely this way." And he starts
Bring
walking
that
up.
out in public. Disgusting. I am so sorry. Nobody wants to see your stained journal. So nasty. So disgusting.
What's nasty about it, bro?
Okay. Stoli, we're gonna have a talk after all of this is done.
So as you guys are talking, you step into the tree line, and immediately the sound of the city and the woodcutters begin to ebb. There is a pleasant quiet that engulfs you, replacing the sounds of people with the sounds of nature. Rustling foliage, low chirps, flapping wings. The river continues straight, heading south. There's a small dirt path that leads what appears to be west. And he looks at the map, holding it up, and he looks at you, and he's just like, "Do you think we should take the river or the path?"
She literally said the river is good.
Okay, all right, fine. I just thought there's a path.
So
Stoli, you're the one with the map.
I didn't say it was like a good map. It's just it's like, like if you get one of those maps that like X marks the spot, but like you're not sure what each of those lines really mean on the map.
Oh God.
Would have been better if we all just died when Bo was threatening us. Maybe it would have been better.
I think we
Jesus
should follow the
Christ.
river.
So, out of idle curiosity,
Mhm.
is the monastery where Gus was raised somewhere nearby?
It would be a hot day and a half travel.
Shit.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure it wasn't, a hop and a skip away.
No, like I would have definitely told you if you came close to it.
Okay.
So you guys start moving through the forest along the river, and eventually the trees start to grow denser as you head further into the forest. It starts making it a little harder to navigate. Um, a trodden trail appears to wind through the wider parts of the trees, and you're following the river, so eventually you lose sight of that. Another half mile or so, the thicket opens into a small clearing where a tree has fallen over into some damp underbrush, and a log that has fallen over has begun to rot. Atop the log is a small circle of foxfire, which glows brightly in the dim forest. And does everyone want to give me a perception check?
This isn't gonna be good.
Ooh.
Darksis and Gus, you see, like within the rotting log, you see that the inside of the log literally has like tons of small gold, bronze, silver trinkets. Like it looks like it is filled with loot.
Hmm.
Well, that's suspicious.
I'd like to go investigate it.
So, okay, how are you investigating it?
Is it
That's a really good
easily
question.
accessible? Like, can I like grab something out of it and look at and like hold it and touch it and look at it?
I mean, you'd have to go through the ring of Foxfire, but yeah.
Oh, never
Idle
mind.
question: what is foxfire?
Yeah.
It is like a bioluminescent fungi.
Mushrooms
Do I
bad.
know if it's harmful?
You would not, you would know, like, give me a nature check. You would know that it is not typically harmful.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and go through it then. If it's not typically harmful.
Okay, so you go through you enter into the ring of foxfire and nothing happens.
Okay. Walk up to the log.
Okay, so
Hey,
you walk up
Doc,
to the log. Go ahead.
Doc says, do me a favor. Try to walk back out of the foxfire just so we know.
No, that's. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, my friend.
Oh, okay.
So
You
do you want to
get
put
eaten.
yourself on the
It's
map
not my fault.
Yes.
by the log? Thank you. You guys would be coming from the south. So what you're in the foxfire, what do you do now?
So I'm assuming there's like holes in the log.
There's a single hole in the log.
I'll take it. I'll reach in and pull one thing out of it just to see what it looks like.
Okay, so you reach your hand in and you feel a bunch of metal bulbous items. And as you do that, a something comes from one of the trees flying at you. It hits you smack in the face, and it you drop whatever it is that you are like holding. It clanks back into the log, and you see that there is a tiny, small. Do, 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 dragon that is sitting atop the essential mini like hoard that it has. And it is growling very cutely at you. Like it thinks it's
Cutely?
furious and fiercely,
No.
but it's real cute.
Okay, so of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we have dealt with all 5 of them within the first, like, I don't know, 30 minutes of walking in this forest. Okay. I just want to air that out.
Um, this is clearly this dragon's hoard. So I'm going to go and leave the ring of fungus.
Okay. So you leave the forest, or leave the forest. Jesus Christ! You leave the ring of foxfire, and its face goes from angry to like fine. It looks fine, and it regards you as such. It sits upon its hoard calmly.
Okay. So yeah, I tell the party that there's a dragon in there, and that's its hoard, and it's not our stuff. We probably shouldn't take it.
Idle curiosity, what color is the dragon?
It is a bunch of different colors. It looks bioluminescent as well.
It's a fairy dragon.
Hmm.
Do any of you speak Draconic?
I do not.
Barely speak
Nope.
common.
Barely speak Common.
I speak
Um,
Elvish.
I speak Infernal.
How do I have no languages? What the fuck happened?
So you see that the fairy dragon goes up into the air, and it is going to start coming towards you. As it's flying towards you, what are you doing?
Is it
Tex is
like
going to remember not all creatures bad.
yeah? Does it look like it's being aggressive?
It does not look like it's being aggressive.
Oh well, I'm just gonna hang out and watch it then. It's a cool little floaty, colorful dragon. It's really
So
cute.
it comes up to you, Tex, and it starts sniffing you, and it starts specifically sniffing your crotch. And
Wow.
What is it about my dick? It was on my neck before
oh,
I
was
ate
it?
it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Sorry. I thought you still had
It was
in your
on
pocket.
my neck.
So never
I
mind.
said it-
Never. I didn't hear that. So it perches upon your shoulder and it starts sniffing at your shirt.
Whatever you're looking for, I don't have it.
It starts
Sadly.
kind of climbing all over your body, like Momo
Yeah.
does from Avatar.
Guys, I don't wanna assume anything, because it's probably smarter than me. But I think it likes me.
Would I recognize that where he's sniffing is where the amulet was, or no? I don't
Yeah.
know anything. Oh, I do. Okay. Hey, Tex, buddy. I think he smells the magic from the amulet.
He
Completely
smells
understood
the
that.
magic.
Hey, y'all taste magic, okay? It made sense to me.
Darksus, I know. Trust me. I definitely know. It was literally right on my chest, and he sniffed, and that was the first thing he sniffed. I have it. I don't have it. I mean, I don't have it. Sadly. Very sadly. Very
So
sad.
as you're rambling on, you hear growling from behind you. And as you look behind, you see two. Did I write out that? Hold on. Of course I didn't. That would make my life too easy.
It's like a really angry mini.
It's a dispacer piece.
I hate that you know this text. How? Just by the fucking look of it. So it has 6 legs and 2 tentacles that reach out like tendrils of smoke. The beast bares its teeth at you, and everyone needs to roll initiative.
You know, I've always been more of a dog person. Damn it. Oh, +3, but also I didn't fucking
Click your token.
click my token.
It's okay. You've only been playing for how long?
Yeah, right. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you want to click your token and roll?
I did. Oh wow!
Look, you got
It was the
exactly
same
the
thing.
same.
But +3.
That's impressive.
Okay, Tex, you are first.
Is the fairy dragon still on me?
Oh yeah, it's like it loves you.
Tex is gonna say, buddy, I'm about to go headfirst into danger.
It cocks its head to the side.
I don't think
You
it's
know
common.
you're smarter. You know you're smarter than me. Tex is going to point to the displacer beast, and he's going to put his palm up and mimic his fingers walking towards it.
Okay.
And then he's going to start walking towards it. I can't tell where white squares are. 5, 10, 15, 20. All right, that's fine. And I still get sneak attack because of rakish audacity. Thank the Lord. Anyway, gonna pull out the +1 dagger and try to slice at its neck.
Okay. That's gonna hit.
Yeah.
And then gonna fancy footwork my ass out.
Actually, just so you know, I need you to do that at disadvantage. Okay,
Nice.
it still hits. Never mind. You don't have to worry about it.
Yay for double rolls. And then bonus action, dashing away. 5, 10, 15.
Yes.
Get him, guys!
Okay. Gus, that is your turn.
Okay, that was weird. I'm gonna come up to this one, and are all of our attacks at disadvantage?
So the one you have to ask per attack. So yes, every unless you hit him with your first attack, it's going to be a disadvantage.
Okay, so the first attack is at disadvantage, though.
At the very least, the first attack is at disadvantage.
Okay.
More if you don't hit. That hits.
That hits? Oh,
Yeah.
that's impressive. Anyway, and then I'm
I
gonna.
had to look to double check myself because I was like, "What the fuck?"
Right, so then I'm gonna deck him a couple times. Hopefully.
The second one hits.
Okay. And then we do what to do. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where is it at? Ah, there it is.
Still
I'm gonna
punching
do
him
that.
non-lethally.
He's a man of honor.
Darksis, that's your turn. Show him how a gentleman does it.
5, 50, 25, 30,
Oh, he
35.
runs away. Okay. Good.
See? I'm not alone, guys. I'm not
And
alone.
I am going to lightning strike this one.
Okay.
Would I know that my first attack is at disadvantage?
So because he has been hit, it's actually not at disadvantage.
Okay. Where's my lightning bolt? There it is. Oh.
That does not hit. That hits.
Yeah.
And you're hitting the one that Tex hit before?
Yeah, the one on the right. And that is my turn.
Okay. So as you hit these guys, you see that they almost look blurry at first, which is why you had disadvantage. And then as you hit them, they kind of snapped back together so that you could see where they are. On their turn, they start to become blurry again. And they're going to take 2 attacks. What is everyone's AC, just so I don't have to ask?
20.
15.
20.
15.
Okay, that makes it really easy for me. So, and then this one's gonna run over to Gus.
Sorry, Gus.
Y'all abandoned
You see these tentacles of shadows and just like raw arcane fey energy are like coming at you, and you deftly miss all of them. You see Gus kind of looks like he's dancing in the wind. You see like the leaves that are on the ground start to kind of lift up around him as he's just like deftly like dodging these like tentacles. Tex, that's your turn.
Okay. Tex is going to run up to this one,
Mm-hmm.
and now with even more sneak attack because his friend is near there. Doesn't change. I just wanted to say that, but
More sneak attack.
more. I'm going to attempt to hit him. That's a natural 20,
Gonna
but
super hit him. That's also gonna suit. Oh, these are at disadvantage, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, that was-
it still hits him.
sadly, it's not the natural 20. Wow, natural 1 on sneak. I am so sorry, guys. And bonus action, dash, and get the fuck away from there.
Okay. Gus, that is your turn. You graceful motherfucker.
Alrighty. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
maintain my focus on this one,
On which one? The one to the left or right?
the left.
Okay.
Same one I hit beforehand. So
So it's every round. So, but because Tex hit the one, so Tex hit the one
on the
that was
right.
near
On the
him.
right.
On the
the
right. So are you focusing on the one on the right or the left?
The left.
The left. Okay, so this is going to be a disadvantage.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's not going to hit.
Hit it again.
That'll hit.
Hit it again.
That'll hit as well.
And
Damn.
that's my turn.
Okay. Darksis.
And I'm going to... Whoops. And get a little bit better angle, and I'm going to be hitting the one on the right that Tex is attacking.
Okay.
Hopefully. Yeah.
That'll hit.
Oh.
Should say what his name
That'll
is.
hit. Okay.
18.
So you see that it is just absolutely shocked. And is that your turn?
Yes. Get
Okay.
it? Lightning damage shock.
Um,
You did the Scooby Doo laugh. Wait.
I don't care. I do a lot of weird shit. I'm a theater nerd. I am so sorry, Gus.
That's the fucking
Hold on.
natural 20.
Bye, Gus.
Gus, you will be remembered. On the other hand, I can get the fuck out of here if you die, so.
Hold on.
All
I have
right,
to do
lay it
some
on me.
not so simple math. Hold on.
Oh, God.
Oh god.
That's not good.
Simple math. When it's not so simple math, you know somebody is about to die immediately.
Gus, how much health do you have?
That's a great question, actually. How much health do you have?
47.
You
Not
take
anymore.
34 points of damage.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Just so you know, 16 of that is bludgeoning, 18 of that is piercing. I don't know if it matters for you.
34. Damn.
I only have 46 hit points, so
Tex, that's your turn.
one higher than me. Okay. Hexy is going to run up to the I'm gonna call it a bewilder beast now.
You're breaking up hardcore, just so you know.
Oh, sorry. Eh.
I couldn't tell if he said ant or if he was just whining.
I think it was a whine.
Okay.
I said, eh.
Just roll what you're gonna do because I can't understand what you're saying.
Oh,
Okay.
bye.
Bye.
There it is.
Okay, that doesn't hit. That doesn't hit.
Any better?
Yeah, so
Yes.
Okay. So I
that-
said I'm gonna call it a bewilder beast now,
Mhm.
and then I said eh. Because I was moving. Also, that doesn't hit.
No.
I know. Sadly. And I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay, Gus, that's your turn.
Right in the fucking.
Alright. Well, I'm in pain.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I stay to so they'll focus me and you can run away. I'll take the folly.
Yeah, because they're really gonna focus on the guy who's missing, not the guy who keeps hitting.
So,
Damn.
I've hit twice now, and both of them were really good hits.
All
so
right, Gus, what are you doing?
how are they looking? Alright, more specifically, how's the one on the left looking?
The one on the left looks like it's looking not so great.
Looking not so great. Can I get an arbitrary percentage as to how full its health is?
No, because I don't do that. I'm not Jerry. I'm not nice. You don't get to know what its health bar is.
Looking not
It's
so
looking
good
like
tells me
huge
nothing.
feelings.
It looks like it looks like you've beaten it down about 2/3 of the way. So
Okay.
Personally,
There you go,
would
that
have
tells
said
me
it looks pretty fucking lumpy.
it looks
Alright.
blurrier than normal.
Looks
Alrighty.
bruised, battered, maybe a little bit of eggs on the side. I don't know.
Alrighty, well, let's see if I can down him then.
I'd be impressed.
You'd be impressed.
I'd be impressed. That hits.
Yay. Oh, damn it. Oh well. Gonna unarmed strike. That does not hit. Unarmed strike again. That also does not hit. Son of a brisket.
No mops, no mops.
I'm not impressed. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Well, no, because that second unarmed attack
Uh.
took my bonus action, so I am sitting pretty right here.
Darksus.
Do you do rules where, because technically they're both blocking my shot?
I mean, yeah. So like it's going to be a disadvantage anyway.
That was the wrong direction. There.
Darksus runs
50.
wide, right.
30.
Yes.
35. And I'm going to lightning bolt this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage. Oh, that 28.
It's not going to hit.
That was a nat 20. Oh,
That'll hit though.
take it. 12. And that's all I got.
Okay. The other one's not looking great either. So they are gonna realize that they are outnumbered and they are gonna start running away. Do you guys want to pursue them, or do you want to like thank heavens that you're still alive?
Are these? Are Are these like wild animals, or are they like smart, intelligent creatures that know what they're doing?
They looked like basically they have been hunting the fairy dragon.
Oh, okay. I'll let them run away then.
So we just defended a dragon. I feel happy now. They
The
can
dragon
run.
turns into the angel that pointed at my crotch in the first place. And you!
They run away through the woods. The fairy dragon behind you runs up to you, Tex, starts doing that thing that Momo does where he runs all over your body. He starts playing with your ears a little bit. And you guys are kind of out of combat. What would you like to do?
Just gonna
Hey,
start
Tex.
petting it now.
What type of armor do you have?
I have studded leather.
Studded leather. So you wear light armor, right?
Yep.
No medium armor? Okay. Never mind.
You guys have to remind me to do this because I'm really bad at it. Don't forget Stoli's here. Oh no, Stoli's token didn't go.
See, I was gonna ask, but then you said it was my turn, and I was like, well, I gotta do text shit.
I'm always bad at forgetting to give friendly NPCs to you guys, so please, by all means.
Gus is gonna plop down on the ground and, tend to his massive wounds.
It's a gnarly looking cut there, buddy.
Forgot I had spells. I'm gonna walk over to Gust. I forget sometimes. Sorry, sometimes I forget I'm a spellcaster.
Point to where it hurts so he can heal you.
Yeah, literally the party's healer. And I am going to cast Cure Wounds on Gust.
Okay. So as you're petting the fairy dragon, you do see that he is kind of trying to tug at your shirt a little bit, trying to bring you to a specific direction.
X is going to go with the flow.
Okay. So he brings you to a tree on the side of the forest, and you see that there's a rune on the tree. And
Is going to pull out the rune key. V
VOH.
I would have got there eventually.
VOHCE. Huh?
No, that's an I. It's a voice.
Someone's having a great time, and I really want to join them.
That would be my mother in the other room. Please note the door is shut.
Okay.
Voice.
Yes.
What about my voice?
Maybe the dragon lost the voice.
You see that he brings you to another tree, and he shows you that one as well.
SING. Yeah.
The instant you said S, I knew what it was.
Oh!
Hey, what's your name?
Stoli!
Stoli! Sing your song!
Sing yes!
Oh, guys, I'm so happy. I never thought you'd ask.
Not for that!
Sure. I'm sure it's not for that.
Just help me not punch him. No, Alexa, stop! Every time I talk to Stoli.
You guys hear Stoli sing the song, and as he sings the song, as you say the words out loud, the trees start to light up, and they start to light a path through the forest.
Oh.
Little buddy, you're so cute.
Secret tunnel. Anyways.
Through the mountain. It's my Overwatch name, by the way, guys. His secret tunnel.
I guess we
let's
shall
follow
follow
it.
the light. Yeah.
Okay, that's really cool. But give me
Okay.
To what?
2 seconds.
2 hours.
Oh,
Oh, wow. All right.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I knew I forgot something. I was like, this ain't right. I don't know what's wrong with it, but this ain't right.
give me like 5 minutes, real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we take a water break?
Yeah, if you guys want to take a quick
Sweet.
break, we can.
I shall return.
Oh, great. One of my
Hey,
nieces
Drew.
as well. Yeah.
So like, what's your mom's name, and can I have her digits? Because she's gonna be my new best friend. Because she sounds like a fucking hoot.
I'm not sure my mom would appreciate me giving random people her phone number.
Fine. If you're gonna be a prude about it, that's fine. Just saying. We could have been great.
I am actually going to go see what all the fuss is about, so I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
go ahead. Go say hi to your family.
I have returned.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Do you want to put your tokens on the map if you're here?
Yes, I do. Where?
That's
Okay.
Southern.
Also, on an unrelated note, I have Chips Ahoy cookies.
I'm
And
jealous.
I'm not watching the presidential debate, so.
You said you are not?
No, I just.
Yeah.
I just know it's on right now.
Oh. Yeah, I just walked down to the living room and saw it, and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's something I'm not paying attention to at the moment. We'll just table that for later. I'm not gonna lie, this orange mango is growing on me.
Orange mango what?
Flavored water, sparkling
One of the
ice.
sparkling ices you like.
Mm-hmm.
I return.
Oh, good. How's the fam?
Doing good. They're watching Hercules.
Ah,
That's on our list, isn't it?
yeah. Yes, it is.
Hercules.
No idea what that is.
Hercules.
No,
I imagine it's about Hercules, but
that was no. That was from the Nutty Professor. That wasn't from the actual movie Hercules.
No. Me busting out into song was, though, and is accurate for how it's going to be when we watch it, Jerry.
yeah, I'm fine with that. I love hearing you sing. You know this.
Hercules.
Anyway. Okay. So you guys are heading up, and you see that the trail of lit trees leads you to a serene, by the water, this serene kind of lake that you see here.
Wait a minute. Where's our local meth
thank
head?
you.
Where's
Thank
our
you,
song
you.
boy?
Yeah, thank you. Song boy. Actually, he's useful, huh? Was he? Yeah,
he
he's a good song boy.
Song boy, yeah. He sang a
Yeah.
song. He's great.
And if you want to be like him, all you need is one curdled yogurt and a
Absolutely not. I prefer to live a happy life
Yeah,
by
I'm
my
from
own
the past.
standards.
So you see that the trees, as you're going along, have those words etched into them. As you guys head towards where the end of, he's like singing as he goes along, very off key.
Is our
Um,
fairy dragon friend not coming with
oh,
us?
he is. He's on you, Tex. He's just part of you now.
I
Um,
got a friend.
You've been adopted. Congratulations.
Yes.
second time this week. It's crazy.
I got a friend.
Um,
First me, now my characters is
it was a great week. It's on the up and up.
shit.
So do.
Oh no! Fuck me.
So the forest grows denser as you guys go through it. You do see that there are two runes on either side of this waterfall. So you see one here and one over here. The runes are, I'm just going to tell you what they say, so I don't have to share it to you. It says ever morning, ever night. And next to you, actually, did I not put that in here? Bitch. Okay. So you see a couple of items that are kind of strewn about. Um, you see an axe, you see a tinderbox, a clay bowl, and a marble tray.
Hmm.
Oh, what?
It is you see an axe, a tinderbox, a clay bowl, like a bowl that is made of clay, and a marble tray.
Can I look in the marble tray and see if there's like anything on it or in it?
And I would like
There's
to
no,
Or the
it's
go
bowl?
to
like
the
it's like
tinderbox.
it's like basically going to a parking lot and finding these items like strewn about. Like it's
Oh,
there's
okay. It's not
there's
like
there's no like a rhyme or reason to it that you can tell.
gotcha.
But
I'm
these
still
are
gonna
just
pick up
items
the
that happen to be.
tinderbox.
Okay, you pick up
So
the
pick.
tinderbox.
Uh,
Gonna come up to the water here. Can I determine whether or not this water is safe to drink and try to get a quick drink of water?
Try and give me a nature check.
Have there been dangerous mushrooms in it?
Looks fine.
Yeah. Tasty water. I'm just gonna take a wingful? I don't know.
A wing Um, this water, Gus, is the most refreshing, crisp, cool, just absolutely goes down your guzzle and you feel it hit the bottom of your stomach and it feels so good.
I've drank water like that before. That is the best kind of water. But sadly, it only ever works for the first few gulps.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so
Ever morning, ever night.
if I
Text,
had to
as you say
guess,
those words, the runes light up. The
oh,
waterfall parts and reveals a um, wall behind it with an opening. You can tell it's an opening because there is light shining through it. That it is, however, blocked by a like thicket, like a bunch of vines.
Guys, I'm Moses.
You also see in the center of the thicket is a small statue holding his hands up. It appears to be a small Eladrin elf that is on his knees with his hands up to the air as though he is praying.
This all smells like a trap, or if you take it, you might die. I'm gonna look down at my fairy dragon friend and say, "What should I do, buddy? Thought I should
He
learn Draconic."
he full on shrugs.
Same, same. All right.
um, about how deep is this water?
Um, I mean, you can see the bottom of it.
Okay.
It's not
But,
like
like-
super deep.
Could we feasibly walk through it?
You could feasibly swim through it or doggy paddle through it. But no, you wouldn't be able to walk through it.
Well, then I suggest we swim through this water to get to this entrance.
Tex
I
is
don't
gonna
know,
put the
man.
fairy dragon.
I really don't want to get these clothes wet. I just washed them like 2 weeks ago.
Wash them again. I don't want to
somebody
smell
push
your
him.
yogurt stain.
So are you guys heading into the water?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am.
Well, I'm gonna push Stoli in first.
Yes.
He
He's not my
stumbles-
friend, so I didn't want to.
He stumbles forward and he goes, ah! He goes, bro, my
It's called a bath.
clothes.
It's called a bath. Look it up.
I feel like my skin is exposed to the air for the first time, and it's so cold.
This nasty motherfucker.
I'm gonna push him down.
Oh,
You're gonna make him wash his hair too.
Yes. It's called a bath.
I know
give
it's
me
new to you,
opposed
monkey, but it's
athletics
called a
check,
bath.
motherfucker.
Oh shit.
He doesn't have a great modifier, not gonna lie.
I hope not. Not with those tiny arms.
Tex, give me a strength check, bud, or an athletics check.
Oh no.
You beat him.
Yes.
Really?
It's like watching two little kids struggle for who's stronger, and then all of a sudden, the power of God goes into the other little kids.
You will be
Oh.
baptized, motherfucker.
Oh
You
man.
will be the new Bubba.
Okay. So you see Tex bathing Stoli unwillingly.
You will be clean.
Cleanse you of your sins. And you guys are all just kind of waiting in the water, like fucking weirdo.
I'm gonna swim to the thing.
Yeah.
Am I going to the right waterfall? I
After
assume
I
I am.
finish cleaning Stoli.
Not Tex. Dark says you're wearing metal.
Yeah.
You think you can swim with 100 and something pounds of metal on you?
With the armor, it is weight becomes negligible, becomes form-fitting, and wear under clothing. And if it normally imposes disadvantage, yeah.
Fuck you and your choices. All right.
Love you.
Okay. You see that Stoli is like slowly doggy paddling with his weak little arms as he like goes up to the waterfall. The waterfall's not there. It has parted. You see a thicket there. You see that the statue of the Eladrin man, Tex, as you see the way that he is holding his hands, he is making a perfect circle. The same size as the amulet you let go of.
God damn it, Tex.
Okay, you want to talk? Who's the one who rolled a natural 1 and got caught?
Hey, I'm not used to having two legs, buddy. You ever seen a fish run? I don't think so. I ain't used to this shit.
Honestly, with your smarts, I would have assumed you put a jetpack on the back of your wheelchair.
You're smart. Oh, we're back to this, are we?
Said, considering you're smart. Not if you're smart.
Look, I can't make a jetpack, Tex, as much as I would like to.
Magic. You're
Well-
magic. I'm not magic. I don't
That's
know
for
how
sure.
that shit works.
Mom, Dad, please stop fighting.
God damn it, Stoli. I don't
turn this
have the
car
amulet
around.
anymore. I don't have the amulet anymore. Should have stealthed behind him and tried to sleight of hand it. Risk or reward. High risk, high reward. Would have been worth
What are
it.
you trying to stop? What?
He's reminiscing about things he should have done to Bo.
Oh. Well, what's inside this cave or this opening?
You can't see. There's a thicket in front of it.
Oh, well, can I push through the thicket?
You can try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. So how are you pushing? Are you what are you doing?
Let's see. I am going to. I'm just gonna try and push through it.
Like with your hands?
Yeah.
So you go to push through the thicket. One of the vines slaps you across the face, and you take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Wow. All right.
I just came
Anybody?
up with an idea.
I did too.
So my idea is dumb. So you should go first. So I can feel.
I'm gonna
So-
go get the axe. That was my idea.
My idea was more convoluted. I was gonna say we should send the fairy dragon in to steal the amulet back, and then see how that goes.
There's not a space large enough for the fairy dragon to get through.
I'm gonna
No,
go get the axe.
he meant send it back to town to grab the amulet.
Oh, no, fuck that, Tex. We're not doing a 4-day stint in the water. So you go and grab the axe, Darksis.
Yes.
Okay, you have it.
Okay, and then I can swim back over.
You swim back.
I want to swing the axe at the thicket, trying to like cut through it.
So you swing the axe at the thicket. It grabs the axe, throws it into the middle of the water. The vine takes you, wraps around your throat, starts strangling you. You take 8 points of bludgeoning damage, and then it lets you go.
Wow.
But to that,
Don't
we're not
piss
standing
off the
and we're not doing a
thicket.
4-day stint in the water.
All right. Let's try the. Oh god. Let's try this. I'm gonna get up on this little piece of land here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking lightning bolt the thicket.
Okay.
Roll that hit.
I also just foresee, just so you know, I foresee if we ever get like an apartment together, this also being how you fix a sink.
Sink. Sprays Jerry with water. Jerry, all right, I'll get the chainsaw.
Oh shit.
You're being that guy I told you about. Anyway,
Am I?
Yeah. Do you want to roll for your damage?
Brute force doesn't always work.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
What the fuck? Okay, anybody else got ideas?
I would like to try to slip into the thicket, not push into it. Like, just I don't know. I want to like slip in between the vines.
Gus, what are you doing? Because you seem to be on land.
I don't like my feathers being wet.
So Tex tries to slip in, and you take how many times are you going to try?
Once, if it doesn't work once, I'm not gonna do it again.
You take 1 point of bludgeoning damage as it slaps you away.
I have a Momo with me right now. I'm not gonna risk him.
Well, there's also a tinder box over here.
No, probably not a good idea.
I wouldn't suggest it.
I just tried something similar.
There's
There's
also a
also
bowl.
a clay bowl and a marble tray.
What shape is the marble tray?
It is a
Tray.
circle.
Triangle. What?
A circle.
Circle. Okay.
Hey, Stoli,
Yeah, bro.
walk up to the vines and sing your song to them.
He walks up to the vine. Well, he doggy paddles up to the vines. He starts singing really off key, and nothing happens.
Damn it! I was really hoping that the vines would slap him.
I would
It's like stop that.
I would like to take the bowl,
Mm-hmm.
fill it with water,
Mm-hmm.
and attempt to give the water to the thorns.
It opens a foot wide.
More water!
So you guys take the bowl and start paddling water onto the thicket. The thicket, like a theater curtain, starts to kind of like make its way either, and you guys come into uh, a. So you guys enter and you see sunlight on the other side. Do you guys walk directly into the cave?
Tex would. He's not smart enough to do foresight.
Okay. So you guys walk through the cave, and as you come out the other end of the cave, even though there was this blinding light behind you, the thicket closes up behind you, um, keeping you guys within that cave. And then in front of you, the light that was once there starts to turn to storm clouds. You hear a thick, heavy rain pelting against stone as you come to a rather worn down temple.
Ooh. So I take it we're at the bottom?
Yep. Are you guys proud of me? You don't have to remind me of him. So hovering above the lapping waves that are roaring against the wings is a staff that is gleaming in the distance. It is the only source of light here.
I'll be on the map in a
Is it-
second. I had to reload because there's a bunch of mini me.
That's
With
okay.
the
Is that thing in the middle of the water?
It is hovering in midair
Oh, lovely.
above the water. There is a streak of light that's coming up from the water that is illuminating it.
Huh.
So you see that the stone around you is crumbling, and it appeared to have once formed a hallway. Not much of the structure or roof have remained in their integrity, but a few scaffolds still are there. Above you is an open sky, and ahead, the river or the like water pours in around you. And then you see that there are clearly like different rooms that were part of this temple. You see the main hall. You see a room that, after looking at it for a little bit of time, you can assume is a sacrifice room. A priest chamber where he would be, you know, live where the priest would live in the temple, and then the main worship hall.
All right. I'm a little skeptical about this
Yes,
bridge.
as you step up to that bridge, you hear Master Otaku's voice. You hear him say, "Be the tempest."
Oh, that's not a good sign.
boss fight incoming.
All right. I'm going to turn to my allies because I'm assuming they didn't hear that.
No.
Just going to turn to them and utter a single word. Danger.
I laugh in the face of danger.
Shut up, Simba.
I really honestly wish I could strike you with lightning, but this is not one of those meeples.
It would be appreciated. I thought the reference would be appreciated. Apparently not.
Oh God.
Yeah, I really sneak up on people. I've been told I have light feet.
Crossbow.
Beasts will rise with heads and teeth.
Well, we don't have the necessary.
Did he say that out loud?
Who?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I was echoing what what's his face was saying
Stoli.
earlier. Yeah. I'm not
He
good with
just got a
names.
bath.
I'm not good with names.
So you guys are standing in the middle of these ruins, and the wind is whipping. The rain is just unrelentless, and like you guys are just absolutely soaked to the core.
Tex looks down into his shirt and sees if the fairy dragon is okay.
He is quivering, but he is there, and he is okay.
He is going to wrap him up in a hug to try to warm him up.
Oh,
Oh my god, precious.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. We'll get you back to your hoard as soon as we're done here.
So you guys kind of stand there and you just see the storm around you. The staff itself looks beautiful, and it echoes this beautiful sound. It's like a haunting melody that you hear, and it's a much prettier version of the song that Stoli was singing.
Oh, goody, I have something better to imitate.
How how
I
rough
don't
are
know,
these waves
man.
right
Like, I
now?
feel like mine was kind of better. Like, it kind of like that
Okay,
sounds like a recorded version, and like real
so
music isn't like that.
Stoli, if we had to compare that to you, you'd be the karaoke version. That would be the Broadway Grammy Award, all that good shit.
Thanks, man. That means a lot.
Not you.
I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna
mhm.
step out
Was
on this ledge here,
Okay.
and I know this isn't gonna work, but I'm gonna outstretch my wing towards the staff, and I can't exactly leap that far, nor can I fly. So this is me hoping magic will bring it to me at this point.
So Gust outstretches his hand to the Tempest, towards it, and it just kind of looks like that kid that's trying to reach the cookies from the top shelf. Like he wants it, but he's not even close.
rough are these waves?
They be rough.
Ooh. See, if it wasn't an automatic, you'd probably die if you dived into that. I'd dive in, but
It's
no.
not an automatic. You'd probably die. They're rough, but you're a dexterous motherfucker.
Yeah, but I just reloaded my page, and that's not a good look.
Question: what are the rules for a long jump?
You're asking the one person who doesn't know the rules of this game.
I'm asking in general.
Right. Rope. That's the thing we all have.
Oh, you want to lasso it? Just saying. Maybe.
I was gonna say
Oh, the cowboy speaks up.
I got this.
I was gonna say
long jump. Cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet immediately before the jump.
Yeah, no, I've got a strength score of 13. I am not making that jump.
You got a strength score of 14.
supposed to be Iron Man. Why can't you fly over there and get
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, hold on.
Do you
Does
have
he
mage
have a
hand?
power suit?
Do you have mage hand?
Hold on. Oh, fuck. Nope, not that. No, I don't have mage hand.
Ah. Why
All
the hell
right, guys, tie a rope to me and I'll try. I have a -1 to my strength modifier, and I have nothing, and I have nothing to keep going for. I'll put my fairy dragon right next to Darksis because I trust him.
You're like, you're the good man model I have here. Take this. It'll keep you safe. You hand him a fairy dragon.
Why don't you let me do it since I have an okay strength score?
That's probably a better idea. Come here, buddy. puts him back in his jacket.
So,
He starts licking your face.
how much rope do y'all have?
Aw.
How
I
far
don't know.
down is it?
I don't have any rope.
The drop is roughly about 45 feet.
Tex, how much rope do you have?
Don't we all start off with like, I don't know, 50 feet, 10 feet of rope?
Normally,
I
yeah.
don't know.
50
Yeah.
normally.
Yeah, so I would have 50 feet of rope.
Okay, can I take Tex's rope and my rope and use the mending cantrip to put them together?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So now
you
we
see
have
Darkus being a nerd in the corner as everyone else is trying to figure this shit out.
Tex is just in awe right now, like, oh. So this
And
is why you're the smart one.
I am going to tie the rope around my waist. And
So can I be clear about something before you
Uh-huh.
do this?
Uh-huh.
It is hovering roughly about like 55 feet off of the ocean. So if you're in the ocean, like you're not going to be able to just grab it.
Right, but we're about level with it, right? Give or take.
It's a little higher than you. Yeah, it's about
Oh.
10 feet up.
Could I like if theoretically I were able to jump that far, would I be able to like reach up and grab it as I'm falling and plummeting to my probable death?
I can say that with a high enough athletics, acrobatics, or sleight of hand, I would allow that.
Okay. So I am going
Wait,
to tie the.
acrobatics?
You don't have the
Wait, I
strength
can
score to
get
jump
there.
that far, though.
Sad.
I have good
Sad.
sleight of hand, so.
Yeah, that's true.
So I will tie the rope around my waist, and then I will walk up to Gust. And Gust, I apologize.
Hmm.
And I am going to pluck a feather out of him because I need this. Sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna grab the rope and loop it around one of these pillar things.
Okay.
So I have a good strength hold for him.
You know, I did like you see you see Stoli like looking like he's expecting to be the one, like the hero. So he's like stretching. He's doing that thing where he like takes his arms and he's like
Actually,
moving them around his body, and he's just like, all right, you know, I did
Stoli.
track back in the academy.
No,
Sure.
Stoli, real quick.
Yeah.
Do you have mage hand?
Let me look. Does Stoli have mage hand? Where are you? Why did I name everyone so weird? No. He does not.
All right, I'm going in.
Plan A it is.
So I am going to get a running jump.
Mm-hmm.
Just before I jump off, I'm going to cast Featherfall on myself.
Okay.
And I am going to try and reach, and I have a strength score of 14.
So just to clarify, you're just casting that on yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna look at Gus and say, "Help me with the rope so we can pull him back up when he jumps."
When he falls, you mean?
And
He's still gonna jump either way, but falling.
okay, here. And I should be able to make it. I can make it 14 feet, so basically here.
Give me your check.
Fuck.
Oh,
No.
Darksis face plants into a wave, and as he hits the waves start getting stronger and stronger.
pull him back up.
All of a sudden, the water starts to swirl around you
Oh.
faster and faster. And then up from the depths, you see two things that are moving the waves. You see a mutant version of big blind blow. What the fuck? Big blind bow. Basically, if he and Ursula were put together. And then you also see much further off in the distance the many heads of snakes as it bubbles to the surface.
Yep, there it is. Heads and teeth.
And y'all can roll initiative.
Okay, we gotta spend a turn pulling Darksis back up.
Or 2.
Yeah, none of us are strong enough to lift your heavy ass.
It's team effort. Team effort. We're gonna die.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Hey, you're in water, right? And your signature
Oh,
thing is a lightning
And I
blast.
use lightning damage. Yeah, it'll be fine. Totally fine.
As
Should
long
be
as you
fine.
don't, nerf yourself in the process, you should be fine.
Yeah.
At least I go first, guys. At least I go first.
okay. I accidentally rolled initiative for 2 people twice, so give me a second to figure this out. Okay, that was his.
If
Oh,
another
oh,
person is higher than me, just barely, like by 1, I'm using that +3 anyway.
I used the wrong character sheet. That's why. Hold on.
50 initiative.
Oh, that's much better.
+3? Right.
+3.
It doesn't
So
matter. I'm still gonna be first. But
okay,
yeah.
dope. Because I'm too lazy. Tex, what would you
Also,
like to spend your turn?
Stoli,
Thank you. Thank you.
I
Thank
know.
you.
I noticed the stoner of all of us wasn't in there. I was like,
Hey now, you don't have to call me names.
Wow.
Okay, Tex, that is your turn.
okay, I'm gonna spend my turn being a good party member and pulling my friend back out of the water.
So how am I going to handle this? I'm going to say that it's going to be half movement.
For Texas movement or mine?
So I'm going to say he's going to be able to pull you half of his movement.
Okay.
Bonus action dash. No, wait. Okay. I thought you were talking
Oh,
about
do it,
my
do it.
movement.
No,
I
you
genuinely
can't bonus
thought you were
action
talking about my movement. I was like, okay, this should work.
Well, that you're using your action and
Yeah.
pulling him, so it would be half your movement as your action. So what is your movement? 30.
30
So you move 15 feet back.
dash.
And how high up?
Bonus action.
You can't dash. And so it's 45
feet.
feet.
So now I'm 40 feet down. So I'm just dangling. I'm just hanging out 5 feet above the water. No big deal.
Hurry, buddy! You hear Texas spring voice. Don't worry, buddy. We'll get you out of there so you can lightning bolt everything in your path.
Gus? Help! Help!
I'm pulling.
You also hear Stoli said, I was on track and it would have been great if I had I could have
Only
been
shut
here.
up and pull.
How far up does Gust get me?
Oh, are you pulling?
Yes.
So what is yours 45?
Yeah.
So 22 feet.
Okay.
So that gets him up. He's about 18 feet up now.
Yeah.
18 feet.
left.
18 feet left.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have my toes eaten.
Okay, great. So that's the big scary monster dude.
Mhm.
Let's see, what is his movement? That's the real question.
God.
Our first turn in initiative is spent lifting our friend out of the ocean. Our heavily armored friend out of the ocean. Eve! Oh! Eve!
Oh God.
Oh!
That's all he can't reach you. Does he have anything?
I'm surprised she didn't just have us roll an athletics check.
No.
I was expecting me to bomb that shit. Athletics. Well, here we go. This is how Darksis dies.
So he actually can reach you because his bite is 10 feet.
Oh, sweet.
What's your AC?
20?
What's your health?
29? Y'all might be pulling back up a corpse.
We don't have health potions.
Huh?
We don't have health potions.
Okay.
I have healing spells.
You take 19 points of damage.
Holy
damage.
fuck. Okay.
Holy damage?
Hold on, wait.
Yeah.
So did it make multiple holes in him?
So he hit me with a melee attack, right?
Is that melee? Is it?
Sounds like melee.
Yeah, it's a melee weapon attack.
I'm doing that. Fuck this guy.
2 separate ones, though.
Well, it would be on I guess it would be on the second or first one. I don't know how you want to do that.
So the first one was 7 piercing damage. The second one was 12.
Okay. Can I use this on the first one, or do I have to? It's a reaction when I get attacked.
Spend one share and push. So it would just be one. So if you used it on the first one, the second one wouldn't even hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was. So can I do that?
Yeah, it's how much? 15 feet? Okay, it's an extra 5 feet from there. So that is Stoley's turn.
Did I get any damage back or health?
The shield regains 1d4 expended. Or how do you get health back?
Because you said the second one wouldn't hit because I knocked him 15 feet back.
Oh,
I
yeah.
didn't know if he can make it back to me.
Yeah, you don't take that 12 piercing damage. No, he wouldn't have been able to make it back to you.
Okay, cool.
Okay, Stoley. I gotta stop naming people weird things. Because I got like big blind bow and small straight Stoley, and it's not helping me that they're both working. Okay.
Stoley, I promise if we make it out of this alive, I will
You-
clean your room.
Why would you do that, bro?
I'll never go into your room again.
He outstretches his hands, and like a string of Christmas lights, these dancing lights come from him, and they start to attach themselves to Darksis, and you gain 3 hit points. Darksis, that is your turn.
I'm gonna lightning bolt the big fucker.
You're not going to climb up the rope?
I trust my party.
Okay.
One of us needs to be attacking. I may as well do it.
No, he's the closest to him, so might as well.
All right. That hits.
Oof.
That does not hit.
And that is my turn.
I can imagine that the momentum of him shooting that from his chest would make him.
Yeah.
Turns into a lightning disco ball.
And that's the whole reason he missed his second shot, is he couldn't calculate in the swing.
I'm gonna keep pulling.
You make it successful, almost make it successful. Yeah, you're 3 feet away from where you need to be.
Just finish it.
Gus, that's your turn.
The real boss fight was pulling Darksis up.
So would it take a full action to pull him the rest of the way up?
No. Yeah, I'll say that you can use part of your movement for that.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull him the rest of the way up. And step up here and utilize my action to take the dodge action.
Okay. What does the dodge do? It gives disadvantage on it, right?
Disadvantage on all attacks all attacks against me until my next turn.
Okay, so you see this beast clambering up the side of the wall, and it's basically its heads are snapping over. Its 3 heads are snapping over the stone, and it's barely not hitting you. You see Bo he's like literally the water has come up and is creating this wormhole around him. He is basically controlling the storm around him. The waves carry him over to the starlight. He takes the amulet that you saw, Tex, out of his like pocket, and he puts it into the starlight, and the starlight glows a brilliant, radiant energy as he clasps it in his hands, and you see this pure divine power run through this very evil man. And that is his turn. That's going to be his movement and everything.
Fuck him up.
Oh, you want me to fuck him up? I'll fuck him up, bro.
Fuck him up, bro.
2, 3, 4,
Old Tex is coming out right now. like in his prime Tex. Like, fuck him up, bro. Fuck him up.
Why do I get the feeling the next phrase to come out of
So that's a
Slowly.
dexterity
Yes,
saving.
thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. This is the next phrase to come out of his mouth is going to be Falcon Punch as he randomly casts a puny spell.
Eldritch Blast.
What's this person's DC? Oh, that sucks. Sorry, I'm in my own world. Okay, so you see that that Stoli outstretches his hand, and a vertical of divine fire roars down from the heavens onto both the starlight and Bo. You see that he is badly singed by this, though he doesn't seem to be as hurt as he should. Darksis, that is your turn.
All right. Does this guy get an opportunity attack if I run away?
Yeah. He actually,
Okay.
yeah, each head does. No, I'm kidding.
Uh,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
all right. I'm gonna back up.
So you're taking the opportunity
Yeah.
attack? Okay. He misses.
5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to Tex. What's your weapon in your hand?
The +1 dagger.
He holds
So.
the fairy dragon.
Yes! Yes! Momo. I'm naming it Momo.
What happens if you cast magic weapon on a magic weapon?
Put the Furby
I don't
in the
think
chat.
I don't think you can. It has to be
I
a
don't think-
non-magical weapon.
Oh, does it have to be? Oh yeah, non-magic. Fuck. Well, that's a waste of turn. All right.
You should read what you're going to do prior to moving.
I should.
Well,
I was reading.
it was a
something else.
bonus action.
Well, I didn't use it. I was just putting it in chat to. Anyways, I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna cast magic missile at the 3-headed fucker.
Okay, are you having the missiles hit individual heads or all one head?
We have to target each individual head.
Yeah. What?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I believe in fairness. Let's hit all of them.
Okay. So that's 3 force each, right?
Yes.
And how many is that? 3?
Yeah, 3.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Tex, that is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna pull an Aang right before he fights Ozai and say, Momo, can't be around for this.
The fairy dragon looks really confused at why you're calling it Momo, but he scurries behind one of the pillars.
And how far is that big bastard from me? Not that far. Or as I like to say, not far enough.
It got real quiet all of a sudden. What's happening? Oh, that's what's happening. Yeah. My Wi-Fi gave out. I was gonna see if Ken was resetting the router, but he's there, so he's not.
Suspicion.
What do you think? What do you mean?
There we
It
go.
involves an attack
okay.
and then 2 unarmed attacks.
Yeah, that's exactly. Wow, Jerry, we had the exact same thought process.
Crazy!
Hey, just because I'm predictable doesn't mean I'm ineffective, okay?
No,
I'm
you're
not
the most effective, Gus.
Yeah, we're not talking shit.
That's
I have
not
the
shit
most-
talking.
I have the most utility. It's just I rolled low for intelligence
Okay,
IRL.
yeah, just
I am the
real quick there and calm
comic
down.
relief. I am the comic relief.
Yes,
Yeah, sorry,
you
sure,
do a great job.
my computer's Wi-Fi just randomly gave out, just completely disconnected
It's
for
very
no
strange.
reason. Anyway, so as y'all have accurately deduced,
Right.
I'm actually going to utilize. Actually, hang on. Okay, so we'll do it like this then, because I don't feel like wasting a key point.
Suddenly Theo comes out and is like, yo, I got this, guys, and misses all 8 of his attacks and immediately dies.
Alrighty, well, taking a long sword to him.
To the beast.
Well, yeah,
I'm assuming, yeah. Sorry. Okay,
yeah.
sorry. I was reading a message. Not gonna lie. So yeah, that hits.
Okay, then we shall turn on Depth Strike. That takes a key point.
What is that?
Depth Strike just
Extra
lets me.
damage.
Yeah, just an extra d6 in damage.
Okay.
Um,
I really thought this would be harder of a fight for you guys. Can go ahead.
I mean, we can't jump into the water to stop the unholy holy person doing stuff right now, so it's probably gonna get harder.
and then I'm gonna
I don't
punch it.
doubt this.
Ooh, I missed.
You're
I
not gonna
missed that
punch it.
punch. Well, I'm gonna punch it again.
That hits.
And utilizing another key point, I'm going to do Stunning Strike.
Damn.
Damn.
You fall off the wall if that hits.
Starting at fifth level, you can turn. No.
And then, of course, the Agile Parry.
Ugh.
And that's supposed to
That was a DC 15 Constitution save.
They got a 17.
Alright, so they save, nothing happens to them.
Okay, dope. Good, because it's his turn. Sorry, I just had to reopen all my fucking character sheets. Okay. I also only have one monitor, so
Guys, it's 2 weeks until I turn 20.
oh my god, 1 year and 2 weeks until we can take you drinking. Okay. Okay.
Should really lower the drinking age to 20
Should lower
for
it to
my
like
birthday.
fucking 16.
Okay. What's your What's your AC, Gus? It was what? It was 20, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like me when I roll like a 30. What's your AC again? Not that it matters.
You take 22 points of piercing damage.
Oh, but
God.
And I
we
am
didn't
down.
rest. Yeah, we did not rest.
No, we did not.
Yeah,
I'm at half health. How you doing, Tex?
I'm at full,
That's good. That's good.
but I also have a -3 modifier to that medicine check.
Okay,
If
so
anything happens,
you see that big bow's hand clasp around the starlight, and Gus, as you go unconscious, you fade into blackness, and then you open your eyes and you see bright light. And you see Master Ataku sitting in the center of an absolutely empty, vast whiteness, sitting crisscross applesauce, meditating.
a bad feeling Gus is about to turn against us, but I'll play by ear.
And then the big bow is going to. I need. When you're unconscious, Gus, that means you automatically failed dex saves, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I need Tex and Darksis to give me dex saving throws.
Hey, we're either going to both be okay or not.
Let me see here.
We pulled the exact same move at the exact same time.
Yeah.
Gus, you take 18 points of damage. The others take 9.
Oh.
So.
Oh wait, no, I'm not at full health. I am missing 1 hit point.
So I have 2 death save failures then.
I don't rule it.
No,
that
that's
way.
only for melee attacks.
No, so basically, you need to keep track of how negative you are in your hit points. If your negative hit points equal your full hit point total, you insta die. But that is how I'm pretty sure that's Player's Handbook rules, right?
That's like a 3.5 rule.
Is it? Oh,
yeah, that's a whole different version.
I've been playing for a long time.
Don't worry, buddy. Darksis and Stoli are up next.
I don't remember.
So how much damage did I take? 18?
18, the others took 9.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't know that was a 3.5 rule. I would have told y'all. So he essentially calls forth the power of the storm as rocks and wind and waves rock you guys, and you guys take bludgeoning damage, if that matters. I don't think we have a barb, so I don't think it really matters. That is Stoli's turn. Stoli is going to heal Gust for 4. So once you're healed, you go automatically to 0, so you're at 4 hit points now.
Oh boy. Okay. Because I was at negative 20.
Yeah, I know. Darksis, that is your turn.
I'm going to take a sidestep and lightning bolt the dude floating in the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
As planned.
With malice.
With malice. Oh, okay. Well, that changes.
Oh, right. Right, because he threw you like a ragdoll. Remember that?
I do remember that. Yes, I was there.
So you hit this guy, and you actually see the clouds part for a moment as you hit him, because you hit him so hard the second both of them. You see sparks of lightning, like streaming off of him as you see the lightning in the distance, and it looks badass.
Hell yeah. And that is my turn.
Tex, that is your turn.
Right, the boy with the dagger. Gust is up, right?
Gust is up, yeah. He's not looking great, but he's up.
Okay, I don't have any healing potions, sadly, so I can't do anything to that. But I got shit for coming out of Hydra with a dagger, so I might as well flavor it to look cool. So what Tex is gonna do is on one of the lower heads, he's gonna jump onto it, and then as all the other heads are trying to bite at him, he's going to backflip and stab the head that he jumped off of.
Okay. We need to talk.
It's not. I know it's not monk shit, but I know he's not a monk. But
Okay.
also,
it's gonna be a DC. So here's what I'm gonna say. At a DC 15, you're gonna be able to ride the Hydra head. At a DC 20, you're gonna be able to do a backflip.
Okay.
And that's just for like rule of cool. Like you'll
yes.
You'll still be able to make your dagger attack regardless.
Okay.
Unless you nat 1, then you fall into the water.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take this risk.
Okay. Give me a acrobatics check.
Oh god.
Come on.
Okay. So you successfully get on the head, but you don't do a backflip.
All right, that's fine. That's cool. I'll take it.
That's fair.
Take what I can get.
That'll hit. Okay. So you see Tex goes fucking crazy. He jumps onto one of the Hydra heads and sticks the dagger directly into the back of this Hydra's neck. It screams out in pain and starts thrashing about. I just need a dex save from you, Tex, to make sure you don't get thrown off. Okay. Gus, that's your turn.
They call me Tex for 2 reasons.
It's like a good old-fashioned rodeo.
God. Gus, that's your turn.
Alrighty. Oh, gonna stand up and in my master's voice say, "Be the tempest."
And in the background,
and we will attempt this. Oh, motherfucker. Alright, fine. Be that way.
Would have been nice.
Be that way. See if I care. Oh, nope. Death Strike is not a part of that.
Oh, okay.
That only works with the weapons. And let's see. And we shall do a flurry of blows. Punch it again. That one missed.
Punch!
You're looking pretty fucked up, bud. I don't blame you. No, that doesn't. So Gus pops back up, is wobbling on his thin little bird legs, and he says, "Be the tempest."
He turns into a drunken fist monk. For a quick second.
Okay. I'm really sorry about this.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die.
Wow. Okay. How can he crit twice and then okay. Not now, last turn. You see that as Gus is throwing his winged arms and his long sword around, you see that the heads aren't able to keep up and they miss all 3 of their attacks.
Yes!
I'd like to blame. No, Alexa. I'd like to blame Tex for this because rodeos.
And as he does that, Tex, I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw to stay on the Hydra as it's attacking.
Nope, I die. I'm gone. Goodbye, guys.
You're flung, and you're flung over here, so it's not you're flung onto the piece of wood as it's going down.
Worth it.
I need everyone to give me a which one of these do I want to use?
Oh no.
Right.
I'll be 4 hit points. Whatever it is, I'm not surviving it.
Just don't make it strength or wisdom.
I need a dexterity saving throw from everyone.
Oh.
Yes, not 20.
Oh no. I don't know.
So I don't have evasion yet. So odds are I'm still going down anyway.
Neither do I. Neither do I.
I need one for. Oh, was that last one was from you, Tex? The 17.
Yeah.
Was for that? Okay, sorry, I was waiting on you. So let's see. Gus, you hear in your mind echoing, "Be the tempest, be the tempest, be the tempest."
Ride this high.
As this swirling, the rain around you starts to turn ice cold, and you start to feel the rain turning to shards of ice. And let's see here.
That's gonna hurt.
Tex
Oh.
and Gus, you guys pass. You take half.
Oh no.
How bad is it?
It's gonna hurt. I think I know what spell that is.
Big blind bow used hail. It's super effective.
I'm a flying type.
It is 19 points of damage.
That's halved?
No, that's the whole. Half to 9.
But I take the full 19, right?
You take the full 19, yes.
Darksis is unconscious. Darksis is so unconscious.
God damn it.
Oh my god.
So
God.
I'm at negative. I'm at -6 now.
So
God
the
damn
negative
it.
doesn't. So the first hit will bring you down to 0. It's only if you get hit after that you have to start counting.
Okay.
Wow, it's the 2 worst people to be up right
Yep.
now.
Didn't you tell me?
What'd you say?
Nothing. Go ahead.
So Stoli looks at you, Tex, the only 2 up, and he goes, if there were 2 people who were to survive this, who made it out, you and me, brother, we could walk out right now. We could tell them how
Shut the fuck up,
Wow.
Stoli, and help my friends.
Shut
tell
the
them how we
fuck
saw a Hydra together. Imagine what your mom would say.
Do not bring up my mother right now
shit.
until I know she's okay.
Dark says you get healed for hold on.
For how much?
6.
Okay.
And that is your turn.
I am going to. Fuck.
I can't. I fucking can't with Stoli.
I am going
There are 2 of
to-
us to make it out, brother.
Oops.
Why did you whisper that to me?
Sorry. And everybody, well, the 3 actual players, get 5 additional hit points, and our hit point maximum is raised to 5, or by 5.
So you see everyone look a little better, and then you see Stoli looking around, going like, "Huh, it didn't seem to affect me."
Do we get 5 temporary hit points or just 5?
5. You get
Hit
5.
Point maximum.
Yeah, it's not temporary. It's hit point maximum, and you also gain 5 hit points,
Oh,
like
sweet.
as if you were healed.
So 51 is my new max right now, for now.
Yep.
And is there anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Not gonna lie, Stoli was looking a little hurt, so he. Oh wait, he didn't get me. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, no, I didn't get slowly. It's only 3 creatures. Sorry.
Tex, that's your turn.
I don't know this dude.
Whew. Gust is back up. I'm about to go for another rodeo.
Jesus. It's only 8 seconds, Ant. You got this.
You got this.
Gonna make this acrobatics check.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Oh.
backflip now.
Yes.
I'm gonna fucking backflip. Here was the original plan, guys.
Tex sticks the landing on one of the higher heads. Give me your attack roll.
No.
That's not gonna. But he looks so fucking
It
bad.
would have been
You don't
so fucking
understand.
cool.
It's like JoJo, if she saw this, would be fucking thrilled.
Would have been so cool if I landed that hit. So goddamn cool.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Gust, what is your turn?
I'll be able to hide among heads.
I'm assuming. Let me rephrase. I'm hoping this thing's close to death now. And let's take a swing.
Okay. That hits.
Yay!
Is Def Strike there?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna punch it.
That does not hit.
Okay. Okay.
Just to clarify, are you still doing non-lethal damage?
Are you? Because if you are, we have a fucking problem.
To the Hydra? Yes.
Okay.
Tex is gonna look at you like, why?
Hold up.
Why?
I am going to I'm going to step of the wind here
Okay.
to disengage.
Oh, it's smart. Super smart.
30.
Yeah, fuck you, Tex.
I'll be fine.
All three attacks on you, bud.
I'll just wing it.
I'm at 5 hit points, alright? I've already gone down twice. I'm not looking to get hit again.
You're a bird. Just fly. He can't reach you.
I can't fly!
Dodo.
I need you to give me a dexterity saving throw.
All of us or me? Or
Just you.
Oh, that doesn't sound good. Oh.
That was so that third head is not going to be able to attack you while you're on it. So you just stayed on it and basically saved yourself an attack.
I'd like to think.
Are you riding
I'd like to think that I'm just standing on top of the mouth right now, like, and I look back. Hi guys.
You do, however, get hit by one of the other heads, and you take 12 piercing damage.
Can I uncanny dodge that?
Yeah.
So half of that, so 6.
And it's gonna start moving. 1, 2.
Oh, great, guys!
Bye, Tex.
Guys, help! I made
my
a terrible
Darkness.
mistake.
No bueno.
And so, and that's this guy. All right, let's see.
Mom could see me now.
I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, I
That's
got
not
this.
as good as Dex. Yep, there we go.
No!
So as the sleet and hail starts to coat you guys, it starts to get colder and colder and colder. Tex and Gus, you guys take 12 points of cold damage.
Bye, Gust.
Alright, there we go again.
Bye, buddy.
Darksus, you take 6.
Oh. Uh-huh.
And that is his turn. Stoli, like fucking puppet master that he thinks he is
Stoli's just on a trip right now.
you get 4 healing.
Stoli's just
the
vibing right now. Like, he doesn't think any of this is real. He thinks he's just dreaming.
Wait, what happened?
He's on a bad trip.
You get 4 health, Gus.
Oh boy.
Darksus, that's your turn.
I am going to lightning bolt the floaty dude again. Still, yes.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, it's broke.
It's broke.
It's broke.
How about that?
That hit.
Good. And then I'm going to bonus action cast Sanctuary on Gus.
See, here's the thing. I'm not taking attacks. I'm taking.
Hey, man. Hey, doing what I can here. Okay.
I appreciate the effort.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
You're not going to move?
Well, if I move down
Probably.
here, I'm not gonna have line of sight anymore, right? Because of those 2 pillars.
Correct.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Move up.
I had.
Too late. Gus, that's your turn.
Wait, you skipped me. You skipped me.
Oh, sorry. Tex, that's your turn.
I'm gonna try to stab the head again
Okay.
and then dismount.
Dismount. Oh, that's new. That'll hit. Give me an acrobatics check. You stick the landing. So you see Tex take your father's dagger, stick it into the head of this beast. One of the heads full on dies, and you jump off its head as it's falling downwards, do a backflip, and stick the landing behind it.
Now that was cool.
Gus, now it is your turn.
Don't die.
We have to
This.
kill each head individually?
Probably.
Oh, boy.
It'll be
The
fine.
rule of Hydras is that each head needs to die, and each head needs to take at least 20 points of damage to die. So Tex just put that 20 points of damage to kill one of the heads.
So it has to take a minimum of 20 points of damage
On a
In
turn?
one hit.
on a hit.
Oh, fuck.
I can't
To
even
kill
deal that much. I can't even deal that much
It's
damage in a single
honestly,
hit.
it's looking really woozy regardless of killing the heads. It just can't attack more than twice now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Glad I'm not attacking that because my max damage is 12.
As you can see, my
max damage is 14? No. 12 plus 6.
I mean, it has an overall health. It's just if you hit more than 20, one of the heads dies.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, that makes much more sense. I was
I was more worried. Like, okay, that's a lucky ass roll for me. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull
it's
that
not
off.
looking great for him. Like, he's really wobbly. He doesn't look great. There's blood spilling out from like 2 of the heads, and the other one's on the ground. He kind of just looks like oh god, that sounds bad. Never mind.
Oh.
Does it sound as bad as fighting a lube monster looks?
I was gonna say it's like me on my prom night, but then I was just like, that sounds really bad because he was like just confused and just lost. Gus,
I didn't go to prom.
Me either.
That's sad. Y'all are lame.
I went to prom alone.
Wow, thanks.
Hey, okay.
I prefer working.
Hey, at least y'all didn't even go to prom, right? I went to prom alone. That is worse. Anyway.
I went to prom and then watched the Avengers after. I went in my ball gown to the movie theater and watched Avengers.
Hell yeah.
You know what? I'm with it though.
Anyway.
All right, Gus, what are you
doing? Let's see if we can finish this damn thing off.
She'd be impressed.
I'd be
I
impressed.
would not at this point.
I'd be impressed. Okay. Punch. Oh.
That hits.
And that's yeah, screw it. Punch him again.
Oh shit.
Gus. You're the Tempest.
Yes. Back my neck there.
So one of the heads dives down towards you. You knock it with your long sword, cutting it completely off. Half of the body, it's like stroking out at this point. Like half of the body. It's really great that Tex got off when he did, because this was going to be really bad if he didn't. And then Gus, you go and with your bare hands, you take down the rest of this Hydra.
Yes.
And it falls, it slithers to the ground.
Wait, is it still non-lethal?
Is it still non-lethal?
You know what? To hell with it. No, it is not non-lethal right now.
It better not
Oh,
be
shit, taking the
non-lethal.
gloves off.
This thing brought me down twice, alright?
Twice?
Only twice?
No, the other guy brought me down the other time.
Oh, yeah, that's his turn. Speaking of,
Oh,
I'm
no.
going to need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Do I even need to make this save?
Oh,
Does
great.
Does it do half damage? Because if so, I'm dead.
It does do half damage.
Okay. I'm unconscious.
I'm unconscious. I've got 4 hit points.
I have 5.
If he rolls above a 14, I'm screwed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
and you failed your save.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stoley's gonna be the hero, guys.
Yeah.
So that is 11 points of damage for Jerry, 22 for everyone else.
God. What did... Oh, I saved. Okay.
If Tex dies, he's happy because he pulled off one cool thing in front of his friends. He's like, guys, I could do it, I swear.
Darksis, whisper me a death save.
It's Stoley's turn. He goes
Tex,
before
that's your
Darksis.
turn.
Yeah,
Stoley's down.
Oh,
Oh, fuck.
We're all
Wait.
down?
We're all down.
yeah.
Is Tex? Oh, Tex, are you down too?
Yeah,
No,
that was
yeah.
22 points of damage. I
Yeah.
saved my save.
That's a TPK.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's the end of the world, guys.
Oh, shit.
Oh no!
So,
If only we'd had a ranger that didn't die last session.
Whoops.
Big Blind Bow takes the starlight. He goes forth to Mount Celestia, banishing all of the Celestials off of their own plane into the abyss where they are taken as slaves. The world itself starts to crack apart as fiends come up from the abyss and the 9 hells, taking over the world. Everything you know and love is dead.
Damn.
Kind of
Shit.
sad that I can't
Yeah.
uncanny dodge on saves. Because otherwise I would have, but
So the thing is, guys, for me, the very, very end of a campaign I always make it with the I don't know how they're going to survive this mentality. So you guys really have to be smart about how to play. Plus, you guys were down a player. And I didn't scale it, like, for 3. But
you're good.
I had
Technically
fun,
had 4.
and I'm okay with the end of the world at my campaigns because that means I won.
There you have it.
And now
There
I'd
you
like
have it,
to
folks.
kindly remind everyone, wear your seatbelt.
There you have it, folks.
shit.
Not all D&D
That was fun.
sessions end with a happy ending.
Oh, God, no. Mine never do.
Even if we won, it was still bad.
It would have been terrible. But yeah, that's the end of the session. You guys all died.
Womp womp. Somebody,
know.
Oh well.
somebody
Better
play
luck next
taps,
time.
quick.
I'm honestly, it was a 3-shot. It was fun. It was nice to see like how you guys reacted to my DMing style. I'm happy that I did it, and I'm looking forward to Abernan Adventuring Academy.
Low key.
Me
Should
too.
have played a half orc.
Should play that half.
Relentless endurance. Relentless endurance would have saved us all.
I mean, for 4 squishies walking into a Hydra fight, you guys actually held yourselves pretty well. I did have the health points of the Hydra, though.
Oh shit.
That was halved?
Yeah, that was halved.
Wow.
Well,
Save.
considering we didn't
I need to
have a
save.
whole lot of magical items, and we were literally just going in with like next to no equipment, we held our own pretty well.
You guys also didn't take a long rest.
We also didn't have really a healer. Like,
Yeah.
I have healing spell. My only healing spell is touch. Like, I have to be close to you, and my combat style is not that.
Dolly only had Sacred Flame. Or
Oh.
whatever it was called.
Fucking rough.
Yeah, so you guys were getting a D6 like every turn.
Yay.
I did the best. Also, Cruton told me he was going to be here, and so I don't know.
That's awkward.
I planned for him to be here.
It's all good. It is all good. Honestly,
That was
when I
fun.
saw the Hydra, I immediately went, "Yeah, no, we're not surviving this."
No, honestly, I was okay with you guys not surviving this. Like,
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't go into any fight expecting to win. I just go into a fight expecting my character to pull off cool shit, and he did that.
this is also, fun fact, my first TPK. So
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Cherry knows as well.
Yep.
So thank you for popping that cherry, guys.
You are most welcome. Uh, uh,
Oh
Well,
shit.
I'm
is that a
keeping
boss fight?
I'm keeping Tex as a backup character idea for a full campaign because I love him.
I'm
yeah,
playing Darkness 2.0 still. It's
yeah.
Darkness's long lost brother. Darkness.
Like should Oswald not make it out, Tex is making a comeback, boy.
I'll hold on to Gus as well. I'll keep him as a character that I might throw into a different campaign later down the road. He's not going to be a
So
backup character yet. But.
do you guys have anything that you would like to talk about that you would like or like me to change in the next campaign?
Healing potions.
Well, so like in the
Three
three
shot.
shot, like you guys won't have equipment in the three shots. Like in one shots, typically there's not that much. Like I did a lot more with this three shot than it originally was supposed to do. So like in Abernan Adventuring Academy, you will have access to a school bookstore where you can purchase things like healing potions and such.
Okay.
I was just making a joke.